ridiculously long fucking thing still?
Holy cow.
What?
Dragonate. And, sir,
What?
you know, I like a practical joke as much as the next guy. You can't be setting booby traps for me in the chat. Chat is my safe place. Of all the places, I feel safest. I go into the chat and token smart, might I add. Starting off crazy, coming in hot. Starting off crazy. Chat's where I feel safe. I go into the chat. I turn my camera on. It's not lit.
Sir, you're cutting out a bit. Hard to hear you.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Hold on, I
It's having some trouble with the video. Some trouble with the video.
Okay, how about now?
Much better. So
Oh,
what
yeah.
There we
was
go. Yeah.
Chaps, boobies,
Coming
and
to the chat. And, you know, the chat's my safe place. Love the chat. Chat's where I feel good. It's my home. And you set a booby trap in there.
I didn't put any boobs in
You
there.
put words in, and there's all types of eggplant emojis and misquotes of me and scurrilous rumors upon the person. Ridiculous.
Those
I
were
won't
all
stand
direct
for it.
quotes from you. None of them were misquotes, sir.
I don't think you've got the proof.
Oh, I think I do. I have recordings.
Yeah, I think you have recordings. Maybe
Oh,
if
I
you check
have
again,
recordings.
those recordings have been replaced.
Nope. No, those recordings are on my hard drive. Unless you can access my hard drive, sir.
I've always been able to access your hard drive. I didn't think I needed to until now.
Oh, is that so?
I'm like fucking Forrest Whitaker in that Batman movie.
Terrible.
Is that Forrest Whitaker? Who was that?
Blasphemy and
Edward James Olmos? Who was it?
You're bluffing. That's it.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's right. Also, it super duper bothers them when I get shit wrong. I say, like, a wrong character from the movie. I know that about him. It's one of those good things. No. All right, let's try to turn this camera on again so you can all see my beautiful visage. There we go. Boom. Yeah, now we're cooking with gasolina. Look at that shit. Yeah, beautiful visage. Make some gifts. Let's get it. Go. Look. Hold on. Let's turn this up. Boom. All right, much better. Now hold on. Yeah, that's what I like. Hold on. Yeah, now we're looking good. Now we're looking handsome. See? That's how you do it. Feeling good, looking good. Not have a haircut. My girl is very disrespectful about me not having a haircut. A lot of talk about me being homeless and looking like a homeless. But here's the thing, I have very curly hair. It's luxurious shit. Lamb of God, right? So I step out the shower, my shit's, on some real, like, you would think I put product. How good it is. It's genetics. This isn't like maybe race mixing light skin. This is like some different shit. This is like from the halls of Istanbul. It's some good shit, right? Step out the shower, obviously she's hating. And I say, well, what about when I'm fresh out the shower? My curls are fleeking. And she says I look like a cleaned up homeless, like the kind they let just hit the showers at the shelter real quick, then kick me right back out because they fucks with me heavy. That was goddamn ridiculous and hurtful. And the tinge racist. Did a racism. We're working on simulcasting and broadcasting this into the Twitter spaces, which, for me, I don't care if I'm actually in the Twitter space. I'll go into the Twitter space just to go in there, but as long as people can, hear all of us or whatever, that's when it's good. But yeah, fucking, we're at that moment where it's. Oh, let me just share the hootenanny so that people can come and enjoy the festivities. Has it been that long? I don't know how to share the hootenanny no more. Man, I haven't. I've been taking time off, man. I've been working on shit. I got announcements. Trizlet got announcements. Trizlet on the show. That's big. Principal, right? In here, some chit chattering with old Doc Mayfield, I've been randomly assigning myself honorary doctorate statuses. Makes my girl very upset because she has a doctorate, though she is not a real doctor. Fake doctor, super fake, not like fake rare, different kind of fake, bad kind, racist kind, the kind that should not be allowed to treat the homeless because of reviews. And hold on, boop, boop, and we have invited all to the Hootenanny. What do we say? Tune in. You know what's funny? We still use 70s radio words like tune in. No one tunes anything anymore. Even if you listen to the radio, when's the last time you tuned it? Bullshit, right? Nonsense. Goddamn nonsense. Anyway, I'm glad you're all here. Happy to see you. Quick catch-ups. Community news. The death of Emanate makes me sad, hurts my heart. Don't like the way it makes me feel in my chest piece. But yeah, Emanate has gone the way of the dodo bird. I'd say it, sad to see it. But I tell you, I'm finding solace in the death of Emanate. In beating musicians, Web3 musicians, I beat them with the husky corpse of Emanate. And I blame them and say that their death is your fault. You never used them. You didn't care. All they wanted was your love, and they sat on the porch with the flowers in their hand, give to you. And you never even opened the door. All they did was love you, and you killed them for it. No one loved them back. No one kissed them on the mouth ever, except for me. Skills. Yeah, we had a two-way. Anyway, point is, no one loved them back. And I've come to the point where I realized that Web3 music did not deserve Emanate. They didn't deserve that platform's love and affection. That platform was here to do nothing but love you sweetly and tell you how pretty you are and how good it singing your little fucking songs and sing your little heart out and then clap for you and cheer for you and tell you how great you are and then pay you. Privilege. That's not what you want. You want to hop in the car with Sound XYZ who calls you a slut, puts out cigarettes on your tits. So you deserve what you get. You get the space you deserve. I'm happy that it's happening to you. I plan on doing the thing that I've always said I'm going to do, which is when this shit gets too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I'm going to be retreating back inside fucking Counterparty, where, frankly, a lot of y'all can't follow me because they scared you. And they should, because they're awesome. I fucking love those guys. So that will lead me later to talk about an album that I have coming out in T-minus 2 weeks. It'll lead me to a platform that I'm starting T-minus 3 weeks. And the reinsertion, as Dragonate would like to have it, as per the gifts he has, if I dare. Is that shit still turned on, yo? If I touch the chat, is it gonna penis me? Testing. Oh, you turned it off.
Oh yeah, we
God,
we put a rest on that for a little bit. You can't have that taking over the chat.
It was fucking, it was mad penises. Did you see it, Trizla? It was very disrespectful. It was disrupting, and it was frankly hurtful. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. A little transphobic. A little bit. Transphobe, sir. Now, I throw dicks at me and in an attempt to ruin my day. As it is known, penises make me sad, all of them, even in paintings. Doesn't matter whose it is. I only like mine because I know it came from a good family. I'm like a racist with one black friend. Oh, you fucking people, except for Jeffrey, because I know his mom. His mom is good. That's a good Christian woman, right? That's how I feel about my dick. It's one of the good ones. Penises. Here we are, coming in hot. Haven't you missed me? Public school, man. Listen, I've learned that when it can't fit, you don't force it. You don't feel it. You gotta feel it. Don't beat yourself up. That's when this shit all turns into work. Truly, I'll tell y'all something just more behind the stuff. I don't like doing the show when I don't have a guest. Because even though some of y'all will show up just to hear me talk stupid, I feel like I'm in my heart, I feel like I'm wasting your time. A little bit, tiny bit. It's almost like I'm not respecting your Friday night. I got a guest. But, I'm absent-minded. I be getting busy. Niggas cancel. What am I supposed to do about that? Someone says they're going to do a thing, they don't do that thing, and I'm left not penises, because right? I'm left holding your time, not your penis, not your penis's time. I'm left holding time. Wally, gonna stop blaspheming Wally, goddammit. Wally's like Emanate. All it wants to do is love you, make your life better. How to be free on Counterparty. And Dragonate's over there turning his tongue and his dicks and all kinds of just unsavory things. Really mean to Wally. I can take it. Kay Mayfield's a bastard. I'm a bastard, man. I deserve the insults, the slings and arrows. But Wally never hurt nobody, yo. Wally just wants you to be safe and decentralized. What you gonna do that to Wally for? We all love Wally. Hey, Click's here. We love to see Click. All right. How do I go to? Wait, are you really in Twitter Spaces? How do I do that? Can they hear me?
Yeah, we're broadcasting live out on Twitter.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, hello Twitter. I'm gonna join the room so you people know I'm there. Yeah, good things. I'm gonna go. Hold on. How do we get in fucking Twitter Spaces? Oh, there we are. There's Jay Lee. Okay. What the fuck is this? How do I see it? I don't see it. Scroll through Twitter. See what the fuck we got going on here. Taco Bell. There's rooms about Taco Bell. There's a block party.
Oh yeah,
Some
check
other
out your
people.
broadcast. Yeah, broadcast. It's
A
broadcasting live.
broadcast?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a broadcast? What is this new shit?
I don't know.
Are
They keep
we
adding
gonna really
stuff.
expose how little I know? Live for fucking public school? I know nothing.
It's
is
too
awesome.
late. We're already live.
That's
we
what I
figured out.
want. I want them all to see it. Oh wait, go live. I don't want to go live. No. Where are the lives? Where's that? Where's that at? This must be an iPhone thing. You know what? That's fine. They're racist against my phone. I'm okay with that. So, death of Emanate, the death of Async. The two things I liked it in. I will tell you all is the only thing to keep them from painting over your tags. That's it. Nothing else. Just culture. So if you don't have the culture, they will come along, do what you did, only shittier, do it a little scammier, a little scummier, smut it up real nice, pasties off the nips, no taste, no class, and then pretend you never had a fucking store open. That's what they'll do. They will pave over your road, they will paint over your tag, and they will pretend you never fucking existed. Except have the people. The people is the only thing that will keep that from happening to you. And I've played it relatively, not safe, but scared a little bit. Because what's the point of doing something if they're going to just do it? If they're going to just knock it down? What's the point of making a sandcastle if the big bully that's always stomped on my sandcastle, historically speaking, is going to just come kick it over again? What's the point of building? But you got to push yourself, test yourself. When you don't, that's when they kill you. These are words to live by. They are from Young Guns. You'd be surprised how much of my worldview comes from Young Guns. Girl recently found that out, but we already have a kid together, so she's fucked, right? Should have vetted better. Because I live by Young Guns and Darkwing Duck and Ricky Tikki Tavi. These are the three things that are the pillars that hold up my worldview. Darkwing Duck is a very true thing. We get to the interviews, but I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and sometimes I forget just how good it is to empty out my salt shaker with all the things that I think into this program. So I live by. So this is why, hey Kay, you don't really need a guest. I know. I like to have one so that when I do this, I feel like I'm inconveniencing someone. Darkwing Duck, first episode of Darkwing Duck. This is so you can go research this. Disney, if you haven't canceled them at your house. Darkwing Duck, episode 1, Launchpad McQuack said, "Haste makes for accidents. You've had your fair share already." Fucking true. And I was like, bro, there's live by. Now I was a kid, but I sure enough live by them. Also, Ricky Tikki Tavi, if you move, I strike. If you do not move, I strike. That's the art of the deal before Trump, right there. Boom. Put that in the comments. That's what you need. And what was the first one? Young Guns. Yeah, a bunch of shit from Young Guns. Could have killed you, Doc. I don't want to kill you. I want to eat. See? Little things like that. And the meaning of the word pals. Speaking of pals, my good pal Trizlet, who is here. Trizlet, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I wasn't going to stop you. No, man, we're here to hear you too.
When we do these, I start getting on a roll. Honestly, how nervous do you get? Because anything can happen.
Oh yeah. No, here I had to turn on my camera too. Like I can't just be a talking head, right?
I like it. It's good. How nervous do you get though? Seriously.
What about the camera? I don't know.
No, just me just generally rambling in a room that you're in. As I
No, it doesn't.
as I represent your business.
You know, I don't know. The first once or twice, last year or something, it was a little bit, but at this point, please, we all know what's going on, right? I hope. Or maybe not. We got new audiences now, right? I'm excited for this, man. This is great.
This is very great. Did you put me in there? Do they know I'm here? Do they know I'm there?
They better. I don't know. They can see your face right now talking to them. So.
Yeah, but on live, how do I tell people I'm there?
Oh, I posted a link over in the live chat. Yes, I should do that, huh? You see, I need to get better about social media. Like
No, we're learning together. You do the tech part. Trizzly, you do the tech part. I do the shallow little kid part. And together, we make a great team. This is how it's universally been. Just don't ask me to do the smart shit or to, book guests. Because I book them let's be clear, Thursday night. Hey, man, you want to come to the show tomorrow? I'm in a Twitter space. Everyone's high. Hey, man, you should do my show. They're like, when's that? I don't know, tomorrow night.
Check it out. Check out your Twitter right now. I just called you out, but man, it's live in the stream. Yeah, we need to do this more often. Like every time I work with this, like, dude, one of the things I love about Token Smart, a lot of the other stuff like Spherical Art, Jax, Tim going all the MetaJax stuff. Like every time we do something new in here, it's like I feel it's pretty groundbreaking. I've never seen somebody do this before, so I'm like, this is the first time I've seen somebody do this.
I never seen it before, but you know what? That's what we do. We go live and we fuck shit up, and they can see the chat too, which makes me happy.
Yeah.
By the way, chat, can you welcome Twitter in proper public school fashion? I haven't shouted the chat out. That's very inauspicious of me, and again, I apologize. I'm just getting back, everybody. Dragonite, good to see you. I don't know who the fuck Mr. Hummus is, but that reminds me of Mr. Tumnus. So if you are some sort of a goat leg person, I respect your people. Solidarity. I'm a Sagittarius. That means I'm also half horse. Lower half. Penis jokes, please. Ebro, I'm glad you took a break from the Dread Harvest. So Trizlet, on Ebro's, by the way, if you thought I wasn't bringing this up, you're fucking crazy. On Ebro's Twitter banner, it says that unvaxxed sperm is the next Bitcoin. Yeah, disgusting. Wow. I know. Very gross. I apologize to everyone listening. Dragonate's mom, I'm sorry you had to hear that. So Ebro's out there harvesting the hodl, if you know what I mean.
So he's like building up a reserve for when the gold diggers come looking and all the just like a gold rush, right?
Not his, other people's. He had to get the jab, so he's out there harvesting.
He's harvesting other people's. Okay, this is a weird gold rush.
It's called the Dread Harvest. That's what it's called, the Dread Harvest. And when he's having a party in Miami, he wants people to go to, and I keep telling people, you're gonna get fucking Dread Harvested. Like, I don't understand what the fuck you guys are doing. I like him. He's a friend of mine. I'm not going to his fucking party because I'm not trying to get hard. I'm a drinker, so I'm easy to get. I'll be in there and fucking drink. Oh man, next thing you know, I'm sleepy, right? Falling up my Wawa's cup. Shouts to Wawa's, by the way. Get free for you. I'm sleepy. I get to falling over. I wake up. A firm hand is on my sternum, holding me against the wall while they harvest me off. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to harvest you out. And I'm not gonna stop them because that's homophobic. I gotta let them. I got jack me off,
that's right. That's right. If you're already there, you can't stop them now, right? Because then, now
they cancel you. So you gotta let them jack you off once they start. That's why you can't let them start. You gotta kung fu vigilant. If you're not, let that man finish it. That's just the fact. That's the law. You check with your goddamn congressman. You don't blame me. You vote. Get out there if you don't like the law. You gotta change them. So, he's having a Dread Harvest. So hello to you, Ebro. Fucking Graph Cow, good to see it. Ebro, Graph has a suit that would make you very happy. Wears it every Halloween. Click actually are a Dread Harvest. So shouts to you. Bitcoin Audio, we're gonna get to you later, sir. But very good to see you here. It is 8:20 your time, so hopefully you didn't tie too many on. Louis Rhymes, good to see you, sir. IG88, I don't know if you're some sort of a robot person, but again, I use AI. Shouts to your people. I want no trouble. Spherical Art, I'm a big fan. You are a hero. Dragonate's mom, everyone loves Dragon Ape's mom. Liana, you wrote a wonderful thing I'm going to drop into the post. Jay Lee, everyone loves Jay Lee as well. Good to see you. Jay Lee is the only, we talked nice about you the other day, the only person that makes like on the nose metaverse music that doesn't seem cringy. It's just like she made the metaverse song, and I still like the metaverse song. It makes me very happy. Dr. Scratch and Sniff, shout out to you. You're going to want to hear some of this information tonight. Sir Billy, Whips and Rastafari to you. And of course, the great, the man, the myth, the legend, El Bois, who personally is still to this day King Kong Bundy among my friends, creators, and collectors, who is infamous for saying about a young lady who was the subject of a song I wrote about an NFT he owned. I saw her offers. Fuck that bitch. That's what he said. Made me very warm my heart up. Still does. I think about that sometimes when I think I'm bad at art. I go, yeah, at art, but El Post will have ruined that girl's day, and that still makes me very happy. Trizlet, I've missed a few episodes.
Yeah, a few. That's all right. Yeah, we're trying to it's an interesting one, right? If you can't like, well, I don't know what, like, you're in the space, you're a collector, you're a creator, you do all this stuff, you're talking to people all the time and stuff. Like, I mean, we're in a bear market. It is what it is. Like,
I'm more talking at people. I talk at people.
Well, that's all right. That's
talk at them, because a lot of times they're insufferable, and I have to tell them about themselves. And I've tried to stop doing that, which is another reason why, like, the person who onboarded you got here 6 months ago. I probably don't want to hear a bunch of shit you think. I don't want to hear it. And I haven't even been here that long. But even I'm like, these people. So I hide in the music rooms and shit like that. But for those of you who it's your first time being here, welcome to Public School. This show's been going since July of 21.
I mean, you see, that right there is what makes it crazy. Like, we're in crypto space, right? We're in all this Web3 stuff, and man, like, I thought attention spans are short before I came into crypto. Like, here, it's like 1/10 of what I'm used to. So it's like your moments come and go really fast. So you're like, I keep seeing people like, oh, this is a great idea. They start it, and then a week later, they're like, wait, what happened? Like, they're not, where'd they go? It's like I keep seeing that come up. So I'm like, some of the shows we got here, like,
it.
Yeah, like, I love this idea. This is great. You should run with it. And they do 1 or 2 shows, and then just like, no, disappears. And you're like, well, what happened? I thought it was great. Right?
I've taken the longer road to get to a place where, in my heart at least, one, when this show is on and the porch light is on and it goes out, and I say, hey everybody, we're doing Public School tonight, I got a general idea who's good. Sometimes I'm surprised. It's good to see Louis. It's good to see Click. It's good to see, some of the people I don't see at Jay Lee. Good to see it. I know generally who's going to be there. On top of that, they know what to expect. I know what to expect from them. For instance, they can see the chat on Twitter. So if you wouldn't mind, folks, show them. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. It's good. You show them. You gotta show them. Come on now, don't let me down. Chat, hit the chat. Say hello to Twitter in Public School form. That's what I like to see. Yeah, a little rhinoceros. Thank you, Dragon 8. Yeah. Hey, bro, it would not let you post whatever it was, and I imagine it was harvest related. You can't post your work in here, sir. I know what you're thinking. All these dick gifts. You do a little harvest. No, you will not, Farmer John. Not in Public School. You punch out like the coyote and the sheepdog. Boom! Crush them. Thank you. All right, good stuff. That's what I like. Yeah, I love doing the show. To be honest, I have like things that I want to do. There's like this secret little shit that I think is really fun to do. For instance, I want to bring platforms on that are fundamentally bad. I want to ambush them and attack them. Questions. And maybe, we can just jump them. The way we used to do. And that was just fun. We did it once and it was great. And I was like, we should do that more often. There's a limited number of times we can do that before people catch on. But until then,
Yeah, you know,
what
it's
did you
like
have in mind?
I love some of those. Like you're all right because now it's like after you can only call out one or two scammers before they figure out it's like yeah you shouldn't go on Kane's show, right? They start telling each other so
Oh.
before you know it you can't get them on anymore. But
Well,
I,
I'm preemptively blocked now. I get blocked. People
sweet,
look
that's
and I
great.
see, and I'm like, who? I'm like Conor McGregor. Who the fuck is that guy? I don't know who the fuck that person. Freddie Spaghetti has me blocked. What I said was I wish that it says so and so has you blocked. I wish it made him put a reason. I don't want to change their mind. I just want to know when I lost you because that's really funny to me. It's like, yeah, that time you told the story of the hooker quitting on stage in Daytona. That's when that person blocked you. Oh, okay. Yeah. That got raunchy. Yeah, I was a little inappropriate. That's good. Yeah, that was probably for good reason.
Dude,
So anyway,
it's man, you know, it's like some of when we've talked about stuff because like I'm a tech nerd guy. I've spent a couple decades in corporate IT, so it's like I do all this. I've had to do all the corporate crap that I'm like we rail against and stuff. Like I remember dealing with marketing departments, and you've got analytics reports, and you're like, hey, look, this is what drove this. Like we got more buys when we did XYZ. Like that's what you just said. Basically, that's your analytics engine. You're like, man, I got blocked when I went really far off on the on left field on this one. Like I got blocked by 40 people, and that was half my follower base. I'm like, so you see, like that's your analytics research. Like we're doing research here, same thing you would in any other corporate place, right?
think about the things that have happened on this program. Legendary rappers, like Duck Down, Buckshot, Tech from
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson, Ill Bill, the guy who started Mecca. Remember that one? Showtime from China with his bad internets. Like, remember the time I almost burned my beard off with flash paper?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, we remember that.
Playing with fucking flash paper, and I almost set my face on fire. That was awesome. I mean, it was crazy, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this could really hurt you." This is why I'm not a YouTuber. Yeah, now I
I bet
understand.
Dragonate's got the clip somewhere, right? I'm sure you got an animated GIF somewhere.
He tried. He didn't
have
quite get it.
Entire video recorded. The entire video of the entire show.
You see, this is when we start talking about like this, like the big one, the marketing stuff. But I'm like, man, we need shorts. We need to start like I want to have Kane's face lighting on fire. And we can plaster that all over our Twitch and stuff, right? Like, we should get on that.
I almost
Dragonite.
burned my fucking face off. I almost
For
burned
the
my goddamn
views.
face off.
For the views.
Yeah, it's for the
views.
it's for the culture, for the betterment of the community, sir. Well,
I'm gonna be
we will
honest
need to
with you.
recreate that if we can't get it.
I got yelled at for that. She was like, because she was listening, but she wasn't looking. So she was like, "Were you serious about that?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm not allowed to do pyrotechnics in this house with me and the baby." And I was like, "What?" I wasn't doing it was just flash paper. She's like, "Baby, you're not allowed to play with flash paper anymore." But I still have it.
Yeah.
I never take my flash paper away. I bought it with my money. This is America. My flash paper. I like that shit right now if I want to. I'm not gonna, but I can.
Man,
Boom.
that's getting rough. Yeah, I know. You see, like you can. Well, it depends on. I guess it depends on your relationship. Like it's sometimes fun to be like, "Oh, don't worry, I won't do that." So you go out in the backyard and get your camera and set it up, right? And then you do it anyway. Like
So
I
I
didn't
read
do
all
it in
these
there.
things
I
now.
still lit my house
No,
on fire.
I read all this shit, and I didn't realize how true it was that men need a backyard to pee in. If you want to pee outside, it's an instinct as a dude. And I did not know that other people were doing that. I thought it was just me pissing in the backyard like a real Vulgarian. Apparently, all you were doing. Well, let me just ask. You guys also peeing outside?
Well, I don't know. I mean, otherwise, how do you know it's my house, right? I'll come over to your house. Now it's my house, right? I marked.
That's not definitely how it works.
That's not how it
I
works.
This house way too much. I play Oculus outside on the patio now. Half of the fun is just just over the top rope real quick, go into a bush, hop it back in, get back to pop winning. I'm population winning, maybe I ain't got time to stop, and they can hear me because I pee loud like anima. I piss loud, man. I piss like a. I'm pissing. There's no. Are you peeing? You know I'm peeing. There's no doubt about it. Just like
I thought you were in the business of making pyramids in people's driveways.
That's poop. That's origami poop. And that only happens once every 15 years or so. I'm talking about pee. And I pee like someone pouring water from great height.
You see, that's it's instinct, man. It's like that's what. So I have kids and stuff. I have a boy. Like that was the earliest thing he did was try to like figure out the best ways to like go write his name in the snow. Like that's like it's you don't say it. Yeah, I didn't see it on TV or anything. It just happens. So I don't know. It's
This is good. This is good that we're talking about this. This is a good dad podcast. Yeah. By the way, still to this day, the most haunting and accurate shit that I've heard about fatherhood was told to me by Metajax. He said, "Hey, because you know how he talks. It's very expressive. Hey, sure, when you're changing your son, get the poop out of the cracks in the scrotum. He likes to sticky scrotum." And I said, "What the fuck did you just say?" And he's like, "Yeah,
you
you'll
heard him.
see." And let me tell you something. Out of all the shit that I've heard, out of all the shit that I know, the one thing I didn't count on is cleaning the shit out of the cracks of a scrotum. For some reason, never occurred to me. I've never changed a baby. I never thought about changing a baby, the logistics of what baby changing means. And the first time he had a hardcore blowout, and that shit was just a spilled plate of Indian food. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, "Oh, what's happening here? How is it up your back? What the fuck's this?" I was like, "Oh shit. I'm gonna have to clean the poop out of the crap." Damn Metajax.
Just like Jim said. Damn. Yeah. Damn you. Yeah. Dude,
Sat there with wipes in both hands.
when I had kids, but also like it's a fun bonding thing because I've noticed like now that I've like my kids are both like they're 10 and 12, so they're older. That was a while back, but every time I've got a friend who's about to have a new baby or something, like it's always really fun to be like, hey, we should go get a grab a beer. And then it's like I'm about to unload some stuff that's really gross, but it's probably better you know about it now before it's
You
like
need to
shoved in
hear
your
it.
face and you didn't know it was coming. Like I'm trying to prepare you because you're gonna you're gonna see some stuff you never thought was
Yeah.
gonna happen.
The P she got. I did not because I'm not a fool. I don't stand down range of the rifle. You know, you want to stand down range of the rifle, you're gonna get shot. This is proper gun safety. I don't stand down range of the rifle. Also, I have a red Solo cup right there by his changing table. To get fresh or froggy with me, boom, I'm gonna dome your shit up, and then you're gonna pee on yourself. Because I don't care, he's my son, I own him. You're gonna pee on you before you pee on me, bro. You were already customized being soaked in your own pee-pee. Right? Who am a civilized man of God, do not get soaked in pee-pee unless I'm very drunk. In which case, we don't talk about it. We just throw the clothes in the fucking in the shower and get in the fucking shower with the clothes and wash them and then pretend that you got them wet in the pool. Whatever. We all make up lies. You're not better than me. Point I'm making is, I don't get your pee-pee on me ever. Your pee-pee is for you and your things. You're a dirty little rapscallion, and you're not touching any of my things with your pee-pee. I find that having a kid does work, and I never understood it. And a kid's gonna work on your patience. Like, how? Well, simple. A little version of you, who you can't fight, is gonna put his hand all the way in his mouth like a pornographer, take it out, and smack you with it. That's some baby pep shit.
Yeah.
Never felt more disrespected in my life. This motherfucker's like, wow. I was like, yo, son, come on, what the fuck? That's gotta be. There's no way that's not premeditated. You can't just poof. And then
Dude, you
in
have
the
to,
real
like
world, dude, that's
so real.
Kumite.
It's so real, and it's one of those like, it's the funny thing, the really funny weird thing, which I'm sure is like, now that you're into it, like you're into it, you've gone through a lot of this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're like, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, I bet you, if I had said the same thing a year ago, you'd be like, what the hell is happening? Like now you're like, it
That's
wasn't that bad. Whatever. It's my
instant
kid. It's like in
kumite.
there. Yeah.
Instant kumite. No matter who you are, instant kumite. The point where I already have a plan. When he turns 13, that's the number in my head. For some reason, it makes sense. When he turns 13, got keys. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, black one's dad's, this one's yours. Knife's on the table. Step into the basement. We're about to have a knife fight. And he's gonna go, what? Yo, I had a plan. You wilded out a few times. I owe these to you. Don't worry, the knives aren't metal, but dad's gonna poke you up a couple times. Also, weapons hidden all around the room, and the light bulbs are broken. Let's go. I'm gonna show you a couple things. I've never had somebody pee. Because if you don't, he'll unflip his frick, cross one to the side, and just fuck my whole leg up. And be chilling, and then be like, "Give me a bottle." Yo, you just hold on, bro. Did you? Oh yeah. That's going through. Anyway, so and then he just does this very casual hand motion. It's like, and I told me, hey man, you're gonna see him do little shit that's you. Yeah, that's me. Good. It's good. Don't worry.
You know, while they're figuring out how to walk, for some reason I have this vivid memory of like when the kid was learning to walk. It was something, you know, I was like goofing around playing like, "Oh, look at this funny thing." And the kid was on the other side of the room and he like was running at me full bore and he could barely stand up. So and he did this and like went right in my eye, like his finger went right in my eye. So I'd never had it bad like cartoon stars went across my whole vision, like my whole head started pounding, like I fell over like, did I just lose my eye? Like it was like that bad, you know? And I'm like, and then the kid's like on his ass, like giggling and laughing because I'm on the ground, like crying, you know? I'm like, yep, you won the fight. Like you won this fight.
He hit you with the Three Stooges. Yo, you gotta,
yeah.
Son. I've been doing the karate with him just to keep him. I'm like, oh. And he was like Shaw Brothers, right? But I do it to reinforceify upon his mentals. My nigga, you can't fuck with me. Like you can't. I want you to keep that in the front of your lobe. You're not rocking with me. You don't want no wreck with your father because I got all the smoke that you need. So until you're 13 and it's knife fight time, you might want to just be peaceable about where you put your digits because that is crazy town. But listen, we could do. We're both dads now. I'm a dad. I'm a people. I made a people. So I'm now a people person. So we can talk people anytime you want. But
no, that's cool. Congratulations, sir, because it's good. Go you. Like, that's awesome, dude.
I'm a stay-at-home mom, which is, as we all know, the most difficult job on the planet. If you do roofing in July, you're wild pussy. You know, if you're like a Chilean miner or something, you're my son. You're under the wing. Where you live, because I'll be in here making bottles and watching whatever I want on YouTube, and then every episode of House in the Row, while I put him into a milk coma, and then have Totino's pizza squares. Because life's rough, man.
Yeah.
Shouts to Oprah though, because big ups to me and my kind. Home moms, most difficult job on the planet. Where's the box?
Nice.
Think I like having pacifiers on my desk? Very tough. When I seem stressed.
That's right.
Anyway,
you see, when you're in an investor talk or something like that, you should pop one of those in your mouth just to see if that'll tell you if they're actually watching your camera. They're like, did you just?
All right, so don't listen. As someone who works for Token Smart, please don't do that. You know what talks you're in? I want you to do that. Listen, I'll do more episodes. I'll behave. I just need you to promise you'll never do the thing you just said, because that was crazy. That was crazy for me.
You don't think an investor would look and be like, this guy deserves it. He needs what Rizzle say last week. He's like, he needs $1 million, no strings attached. Just tell me where to write this.
Anyone who's not instantaneously put off by that, I want all their electronics seized and gone through immediately. Anyone who's like, oh yeah, that Trizzle's my kind of guy. He's the worst kind of people. That motherfucker is a monster. He's into baby shit. Yeah, I like that guy. Nah, man, you can't. No, fuck no, absolutely not.
Wow.
So Token Smart has transitioned from the day I started. And to be fair, the big rooms with a bunch of people that weren't real. Yeah, I like it better now. I never talk. Listen, Jimmy seems like a cool guy, but I never talked to him. I don't know. I talked to him the one time on the show, and I've already had bad conversations with you. So, no diss to him. I feel more. I know where I'm at. If that makes sense. But I know there's things that you want to do, and maybe we should get into that. Where do you see Token Smart going Aside from please never doing
Yeah,
the
that's
pacifier thing in front of investors. Please.
actually that's a good call. Yeah, I was trying to think of a so Token Smart had been a really interesting one because so I've been in crypto for a long ass time. I started like 2016. I was early in an NFT. So I've been in these communities. I've been playing, participating, building, whatever, all over the place. And dude, I remember 2017, 2018, like we had a run. It was crazy. Ethereum got to $1,400. Like everybody's like, "Oh my god, we're rich." And then a year later, it dropped to I think it got down to like $60. Like it went from $1,400 down to $60. So everybody who had just bought ETH was like, all our families were like, well, "What did you do? You took we lost all our money." It's like, so we were in this like horrible bear thing, and everybody was trying to build stuff. And so at that point, people were getting scammed. It was exactly like we're seeing now. So that was around 2019, 2020. And that was like, I remember because Jimmy, Nate, Alex, Rizzle, we were all talking to each other. We were like, I was helping with Avastars. We were doing Infinity. We were doing some other projects, trying to do something. But we were like, man,
Mhm.
everybody's all over the place. They need to know where to go, where to find info, how to chat with people. So that's why we started Token Smart. It was at first it was just like a small community, but then everybody started coming in. Every artist started coming in, creators like collectors started coming in, talking about what they've been seeing. So it became like a community hub. So that was fun. It was, but that was all it was at the time, right? It was a hub. So things started growing. Async Art actually, like they did our first drop over on Token Smart. We did a big one with them. We did some auctions with them. It's like Snowfro was doing art block stuff. Like he started here in Token Smart. All these guys came in and out. So it was cool. But then things just started drifting away because we all got crazy. And then 21 came and Bored Apes and everything else. Like all of a sudden all our pocketbooks started looking pretty impressive, right? So things got crazy and everybody went off.
Mhm.
So here we are, the cycle finished, and now we're right back where we were before. We're like everything went up, now it went down, and now we're all scrambling and everything's fraction like all over the place again. And now we're slowly starting to find people like, hey, what do I do? How do I talk to people? So like this is
Do
what
you
Token
feel that
Smart
way though?
did.
Do
I
you really
don't as
feel
much.
scrambly?
I don't because I know a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of my friends are in the space. Like I've made tons of so I'm always talking to people and I'm always trying to
Mhm.
find this stuff. So I don't feel lost, but everybody I talk to trying to come in now is, or at least that's the feedback I'm getting. Like they don't know
Well,
where to go, they don't know how to get the information they want to find. Like what's an NFT? Like what is this stuff? Why do I care? Right?
uh, I'll say it this way, and that's mm, I'm probably a little bit crazier than a normal person. I think water finds its level. If I came
Yep.
into this space right now, I would be immediately put off by the thick cloud of doom. But once I see it, I go, ugh, I don't like that, and I'm gonna back up a little. But water finds its level. Hold on, I think
Oh yeah, it's
there
cutting out a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, there. How about now? It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's better. Right,
Yeah,
so
that's better.
water finds its level. So you walk in and you see a bunch of douchebags with their collars popped up. They look ridiculous. They're not the kind of people you want to have a beer with, obviously. Ill. And, I feel sorry for their mother. But you find someone. Someone at some point makes this make sense to you, or you're not around for anyone to talk to you. Now, I do mourn for the people who breeze in and out and they never see a cool person. You come in, you see fucking Super Bro Chad with his weird, like, woman issues and incel vibes, and you go, ugh, yuck, get the fuck out of here before someone sees me with this guy, some friends, and you leave. And you never see anyone cool. I feel bad for them. But for everybody else, water finds its level. And I think what really happens to people is, the space is like liquor, man. Like, there's a lot of things that I am that I'm not proud of. Like, I'm lazy. I'm a lazy guy. So the space will show me, hey, you can just hang out in neighborhood jewelry with Lo and Natalie and your friends and laugh and make dick jokes and make everything inappropriate and not work. And not do your work. but you have to get to work if you want to stay here. The space will say, hey, Kane, here's Token Smart. Great show, great people. All you got to do is, in the midst of running your mouth weekly, find one person to talk to. But I fucking don't. Because I'm down. It's like it gives me enough rope to hang myself. And I think for people who come in now, the culture is the cement that will be on your feet that keeps the wind from blowing you away. The culture that you indoctrinate yourself with. So if you come in for the culture of money, well, you're going to be in a fucking money orgy and you're not going to be happy. Like, shouts to Space Painter. Space Painter's here. Space Painter, I'm going to say nice things about Space Painter, right? Space Painter took time out of their day when I was brand fucking new to tell me to stop being a bitch. Didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I was new, moving my price up and down. Motherfuckers running off 90 crazy numbers. At the time, I'm like, yo, show me something. How the fuck do you do that? Because that's nuts. And I'm like, Skrilla, you see this fucking Space Painter nigga shit crazy? He's like, oh yeah. I've been trying to get some Space Painter. Shit's expensive, brah. Yo, you're rich. Nothing's expensive to you. By the way, shouts to Skrilla. Please at him. If you're on Twitter watching this, please at Rare Skrilla and throw some Papa John gifts at him. It is his birthday. Happy birthday to Skrilla.
Order
dear
him
friend of
one.
mine. Yeah, happy 1 year older, man. Happy birthday to Rare Skrilla. And please put some Papa John's gifts because he's having Papa John's for dinner and it's his favorite. Fake Rare hot tub party. So anyway, yeah, so I was moving my price up and down, and I remember seeing all the money. I wasn't making any. All the money of crypto doesn't mean anything because you're not making any. You're not in alpha groups. You're not early to coins. You're exit liquidity when you first get here, even when it's a bull.
Yeah.
Everything's happening, sure, but you're not getting premium fucking information. So to me, there's no difference between being a new person in a bull and a new person in a bear. And I would argue it's easier now. Yeah, the grifters are a little quieter and they're less, hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm a clad, my metaverse clad, you know, all that shit. Nobody wants any of that. Yeah, yuck. There's also a lot less fake expectation. Everyone's telling you, hey, it's a bear. Hey, it's a bear. Hey, don't be too crazy. It's a bear. And it's time to make friends. Find the people you have actual commonality with. And I noticed you got some nice plushies. Oh, those are stickers. I thought you had some plushies.
Yeah, no, those are I got a king frog from the Supducks collection guy. That was from over at VCon. Frankie Nines had a thing for Supducks, and so I stole some of his display things from the shit counter because I thought they were funny.
I want you to know that when you say Supducks, sounds like you're saying something inappropriate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've always thought that.
Ducks. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you're telling people to suck your dick, but you're saying it in code. That's what it sounds. That's what that project has always sounded like. It has always sounded, hey, Supducks, fucker. You Supducks, bitch. Like,
man, now that you said it, I'm not going to be able to hear it any other way. Why'd you do that?
If someone telling you to go Supducks, I don't want to Supducks. You Supducks. It's like,
well, that's the second collection, the King Frogs. See, that's a little. That's more PC.
Way better.
That's PC.
Yeah, King Frog. Okay. King Frogs is great. You got the board there. You got a doodle. You got a CryptoPunk on the wall. I see some drums in the back. Marshall speaker looks like.
Yeah, you've
been here.
Yeah, that's
dug in.
Well, actually, it's cool that you called out Space Painter because like I remember seeing a lot of cool stuff like a long time ago. It's a great thing where it's like to your point about a bear, bull, whatever. As long as you come in, you find somebody and you stay, instead of just coming in, being a tourist, and then being like, this isn't for me and walking away. People who take that one extra step can find some really interesting niches that maybe they never knew were there before. Like some of the stuff I've seen from you coming out, like, it's like the next wave. Like now that you've built up this stuff, I'm like, you're going to be the next Space Painter because you put the time in when it was low. It's like, so that's cool, but it's frustrating while you're digging through it. Yeah. But
nothing worth anything is on the surface. I can't for the life of me, and don't get me wrong, it'd be nice. And I've had people talk about it. Like we did the speakeasy, right? The Speakeasy
Yeah.
was unfortunately canceled because we're fucking hot boys, and we got fucking canceled because we're hot boys. So people, hey man, why don't you just fucking do it again? Da, da, da. And I'm like, nah, because if I can't do it with Easy, I'm not doing it. But you're funny. So Easy's my friend. I don't have lots of friends. The friends I've made here are more important than any amount of money, because the friends I've made here are what keep me here to continue making money. So I can't be here without my people. You can't. I explain Token Smart to people where I say, and they go, "Yeah, it's great, man." I go, "No. Hey, they have Discord GG NFT, motherfucker." Oh man. Oh, okay. Well, hey, they're up for selling it. No, no, no. You want to talk to him? Because just save your time. No. He's gonna tell you to suck ducks, because if you go over there and you fucking ask for it, he's not gonna give it to you. Why? Because he knows you'll use it for wickedness.
That's the thing. Like
We won't.
I've had a person, because there was one guy reached out who he's got the NFT tag on like Instagram, and I think he got it on Twitter too, and he got banned from both. And when I talked to him a little bit, I'm like, it was very obvious why. Like he ran some massive freaking rug and stole a lot of people's money and stuff, and I'm like, dude, like this is. I'm like, I get it. Like, obviously, money is great. You want to pay your bills and stuff. But I'm like, man, it's like there's better ways to do it than like screwing us all over. Like, come on. Like, there's so
There
much
is.
area. There's so much cool stuff you can do here. That'll make you money too. It might just be a little slower, but man, you got to feel a lot better about yourself if you find what excites you. And then now you're talking career, right? Like this is a sort of thing. Like when I talked in the past, like people always talk, oh, career stuff. I'm like, I was always bored as hell in my office. I'm like, now I come in and I do really cool, interesting stuff every day. I push the boundaries of the tech space. Like I'm exploring AI because I'm here. Like this is all shit I never would have been able to do in the past. And occasionally I'm able to make a little money off it, which is awesome. I can pay my bills and not lose my house. Right?
I'm gonna show you. I have a Core Mega piece of wall art, right? And I love Core Mega. I love his music. I'm a big fan. Always been a big fan. I get to put that on the wall. That means more to me than a lot of shit. No one knows what it is. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty innocuous. It's just a picture of some red guy holding a gun in 3D. You can't really see it. It's blurry. And there's a glossy thing on it, so the glare fucks you can't see it. But that matters because of what it represents. Token Smart / NFT looks like what it looks like to people, but they don't understand what it represents. What it represents is, frankly, irreplaceable memories. Like, if not for the birth of my child, my first child, nothing was keeping me from missing Rizzlefest. When did that happen? I'm going to Rizzlefest. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to NFT NYC. Why not, Kane? Well, for one, I'm going to get drunk and try to trick y'all to go to the Bronx. Two, I don't really want to go, and I'm going to Rizzlefest. More important, get way more done. What's Rizzlefest? Doesn't matter. You're not going.
That was because actually Rizzlefest happened. So my birthday is 4/20, and that was
Really?
yeah, and my wife. So we both actually have the same birthday. So it was
Yes.
our 40th birthday happened at Rizzlefest. So it was like I remember before my wife. I was like, I'm going to Rizzlefest. My wife's like, that's our 40th birthday, and I was like, that's all right. You can come too. And she's like, I don't know what the fuck this is. That was her. Like, I'm like, I was like, don't worry about it. It'll be great. So I brought her too. So she was like, and afterwards she was like, dude, she was talking to her girlfriends about like, I can't believe I want my husband to spend my 40th birthday doing this ridiculousness. But afterwards she's like, holy shit, everybody there was like amazing people, like straight up, like, like after you like,
Crushed in basketball.
yeah. Oh yeah. She's
crushed in
I know,
basketball. I heard.
Brookhawk was like, I was like, yeah, he was making fun of me. He's like, oh, you're gonna beat your. He's like, your wife's gonna beat you at basketball. I'm like, yeah, I know she is. It's like, she's a fucking beast on the court. Don't worry about that. I know she's gonna beat me.
There's no way you've been in crypto this long and you don't fucking 69 on your 420 birthday. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Listen, I'm respectfully keep your private like private. I'm just saying it's a waste if you're not.
Well, it's hard to do it at Rizzlefest. I mean, I don't like.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I don't know.
You want me to come there and show you how it's done? It'll get weird. Listen to me. I'll come to Rizzlefest and I'll start turning that shit into fucking Bunny Ranch, swinger
You'll
style.
show us how it's done? Okay. That'll be a good one. We need to get that on the. I'll call up Rizzle and we'll get it on the schedule. That'll be an official event. I'll Token Smart to sponsor the event. How you like that?
Hold on.
We'll
Is
make
she
it
here?
happen.
Hold on. Nah, hold on. Let me double check. Sometimes you gotta double check. Yeah, make sure you're not. No, we're good. Okay, she's not here. You know, she comes to this program sometimes and just hides in the audience. Because what happens is I'll make my voice low like this, and then I get away with fucking atrocity. I say crazy things, and then she'll never hear me. Every now and again, she'll be like, "I fucking heard you." She sits me down at the Rizzlefest, and I'll say, "Why not? We gotta give it to the people." She'll say,
Well, now you
she'll say
can't
no.
not. It's an event. Yeah, it's on the
it's
on the
it's
agenda.
on the flyer.
It's
on
on
the
the
flyer.
official agenda. Yeah.
You've seen my calendar. It has to happen anyway. Where do you? I know you have some stuff planned for Token Smart, and I want to talk about that.
Yeah,
But
that's.
first,
I mean,
but first, I
no,
want to talk
I-
how,
yeah, go ahead.
for people who didn't know, how did you end up running Token Smart? And I mean that in a good way. I'm happy that you are.
yeah, there's. I mean, there's definitely a good. It's a good story, and there's a lot of background. Like, I feel like some of my journey in crypto would make a fucking amazing documentary, honestly. But a couple of years ago, so Jimmy.eth, Nate, Alex, Rizzle, and I, the four of us, like, we're co-founders of NFT 42, which is a company that we formed because we had Avastars, we had Token Smart, we had Infinity, we had a couple other projects we were working on. It's like in the background, Nate had just deployed Chain Faces so there was a bunch of apps that we were involved with that we were doing. So we got funding, we built a company, and we were all co-founders. We got investment, so we had Outlier give us a bunch of money that then we used to get more investors to get bigger and bigger and try to build Stealth Test. And so that was pretty fun. It was crazy. It was new and stuff, but after about a year of that, like, things got really more corporate and all that stuff, and it stopped being as much fun. So I left the company, took my equity and ran. And then but then about 6 months later, there was all the investors were just like, Token Smart wasn't making money. There was no way to make money for Token Smart at the time. Nobody was focusing on trying to make it that way, really. So the investors just wanted it off the books. So, like, it came up to me that this was happening as an investor. So when I heard it was happening, I had to jump in and say, you can't just delete Token Smart. So I offered to take it, which started negotiations to try to talk about me having to buy it, because at that point it was a corporate asset. So I had to save up my pennies and buy it from them. So that happened about last year, and I ended up purchasing all the IP and everything related, which included the Meta Olympics and some other fun things too. So it's like, like, I was like, this is cool. This is a great deal. So I bought it. At that point, I had been gone for like a year because I had left and everything, and I hadn't been as into the stuff. So, I came in and I was like, all right, you guys, look, I bought Token Smart. Like, we can do what we want. But at that point, I'd been out for like 6 months. So then everybody's like, wait, who the fuck are you? Like, that was the first like feedback from all the, like, Sandy and Rizzle, like, they knew me. We had found the company together, but a lot of the newer shows that had come up and newer people, they were like, yeah, we don't know you. So that started my journey of trying to, like, slowly, like, get back in, figure out what was happening, what things had grown, and try to, like, smooth things over. And, like, things were kind of all over the place because it had just gone crazy. So
Well, if you think of it from the other side, a bird, a mole, a squirrel started a honey business. The bees like them, so the bird's up there talking to the bee, the squirrel takes the thing and we bring the mole, make sure that we keep it all safe, and then the bird flies away. The squirrel got shit to do, and the mole pops up like, all right, everybody, what's going fuck on? Let's get some honey. Hey, where you, Moleman? Yeah, I'm with the I'm Molioni from the you know me. I'll be honest, they were like Trizlet, and it's funny because Natalie said it in the chat. She said, I thought Trizlet was black. For the privilege of those listening, Trizlet is black. We're using this guy to secure that VC money, and we're not going to mention it again because it's a live stream they'll never be able to rewind. But for those of you who from now on will just say Trizlet, and you know why we say Trizlet. So shouts to Trizlet. But Trizlet, how when you popped up and I was like, okay, they said, hey, so Trizlet's gonna buy it, and I say, cool. Who the fuck's that? And they said, you know him? No, pretty sure I don't. They said, never met him? Nope, never met him. I'll have a conversation. We'll see how it goes. I had a conversation with you. I said, yep, it's a good guy. Let's do it. I'm with whatever the shits are. And transitions transitioning, come hell or high water, this is where my crypto journey started. For you, it's like the house that you and your friends built. But for me, it's like I grew up here. I don't remember laying the bricks to build the place. It was built when I got here. So I live here. And I don't know any other place to go. This is the only place I know where to go. I don't know how to go anywhere. I learned how to go places from here. So a map without this on it doesn't have a middle. Me. So I thank you for saving it because I wouldn't have known. I'll be honest, I probably would have left. I either would have left the space entirely or I would be confined to a couple of Telegram chats because I don't know how to do this without knowing Token Smart's here.
Man, you know, that's really powerful because that's a great way to put it, because it was like my own mental space. Because yeah, it's like I'd spent the first couple years of Token Smart being live, like Sandy Rizzle and I had a podcast. We've been doing that for like a year beforehand. You know, it's like, so we were meeting weekly, talking about the news stuff we saw. Like we had this whole, you know, online thing. That's why the Token Smart podcast, we were doing, like, we'd started the whip together. We were doing all this like bigger things. So yeah, like I had spent a lot of time building it and participating, getting it. And then I fell out a little bit. So when I came back, that's exactly what I expected, I think, because I hadn't really thought about it too much. Right. I was just told, it's like, hey, it's getting deleted. I'm like, whoa, don't do that. Like, I'll, you know, and then I got it. I'm like, yes, I did it. I got it. And then it was like, I came in, I was like, yeah, in my head, I was like, I'm just gonna come into like fanfare because everybody like remembers all this stuff. But yeah, I came in, like a lot of the older people had left because it hadn't been growing, right? A whole new slew of people had come in, which were doing cool stuff. So I'm like, this is awesome. I want to get involved with this more. But I'm like, the whole, like, the infrastructure had changed and stuff. So I thought I was coming into, you know, a project that I had already built, and I was like, yeah, this is great. I can continue where I started off. But it had been evolving without me in the interim. So, you know, it had already gone a different direction. So I had to, it was like a mind fuck at first, but then after I spent some time trying to like wrap my head around it and trying to like pull back my own expectations, like I like the direction it went. It's pretty fucking cool how it evolved, you know? It's like, that's good. It doesn't need me. I'd like to help, you know, direct it in a path that I think would be more cohesive, but it doesn't need me to do that as long as things will stay running. So that's cool, honestly, but it's definitely, it was weird for me. You're fucking right.
Well, I want to take a moment to say, one, I'm happy that you did that adjustment. Two, I want to say grand rising to Skrilla Ventura, who is in the audience listening, and if he checks the chat, he will see many birthday salutations and wishes to him. Happy Yuletide, sir. Happy birthday. One more year, right? Great to see you. Papa John, sell your hot tub to buy a bigger hot tub. Because the only reason we sell our hot tub in Fake Rare is because we're getting a bigger hot tub. And frankly, you should never really sell your hot tub. You should just get a bigger one and have two hot tubs. Boom. Truth bomb, drop the mic. What's
goddamn.
So
yeah. That's a
right.
good call right there.
Listen, I was on Spaces listening to Skrilla tell a young man in college to drop out of college and sell his car and buy a hot tub. There was a dowry getting ready of people donating cards for how many cards would it take for him to quit school. And I think he said he would do it for a DJ Pepe. And they literally said, we don't give a fuck if you quit school. We're not giving you a DJ Pepe. And he's like, oh. He's like, he said, well, at least sell your car and get a hot tub. And I think he did it. I'm not sure if he did it or not, but I think he might have sold his car and got a fucking hot tub, which is, again, sound financial advice. That's good business. So,
man, I got a hot tub. You know, that's the greatest thing. Like, they're expensive,
see?
But dude, hell yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna do the rest of this interview with my hat on because you said the magic word. You got a fucking hot tub. And listen, I'll be very honest. I don't work for motherfuckers who don't know a hot tub. I don't even know what non-hot tub employer looks like. Every boss I've ever had has owned a hot tub. If they didn't, out of there. Fuck off.
Dude, it's the one thing you can spend your money on that you can just go out every damn day and just relax. Like it just everything melts away. You're like everything that sucked today, like I don't know, I already forgot about it because I'm in the hot tub. Like
Yes. And you can grab the side and get your sup ducks on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
yeah.
the hoses. You know what I mean? So, my other hat is a little bit too classy. Plus, I don't want to get that hat dirty. This hat is yeah. Is it backwards?
Alright.
It shouldn't be backwards.
Nah, I don't think so.
You see it right, like frontwards. You see it right. It's not backwards. Like the letters are frontwards.
Yeah, they're
strip club
frontwards.
You get this ribbon when you see a stripper quit on stage. You get this one for a fake 20. I can describe the rest of my regalia at another time. But just know that I
I
earned
don't
it.
know.
You know? For
That's
your
a
freedom.
that's a pretty good story. I like that one.
They
Yeah.
thank me for my service. Yeah, they thank me.
Thank
for
you,
my
sir.
Service. Yeah, you're welcome. You should.
Thank you for your
because,
service.
Yeah, I'm the reason I'm the reason you're free after 12. You're welcome. So as far as the future of Token Smart, I know you have some stuff that you have on the horizons you want to try or things you're planning. How much of that can we get into?
Yeah, I can. So I'm a developer. A lot of my thinking is around like Token Smart needs to evolve beyond just a Discord. Discord's a huge part of what my community is. Like that's what I want to keep because I like all the other stuff, but I want to have a web presence. I want to be able to expand to socials and have it so people know where to go because I want to see more of the community, engagement stuff. I want people to come to Token Smart to see what's happening, to find out the newest news and things like that. So, I've been working on a web app for quite a while right now. Actually, I got Gareth with me helping too, so he's in the audience here. He's an
Woo!
amazing dev. But we're working on basically it's a web app that aggregates all the events in Token Smart, so I can have it so anytime an event comes up, it shows up on the site showing it's available. Gives you links to join the event. If there's an NFT drop associated with it, it gives you links to the NFT drop, and it's got some NFT creation. I'm porting over Third Web tools to make it so you can make NFT drops within the Token Smart app. So we can recreate the POAP experience, but we can gate it. We can do whatever we want. So if you've got my intention is to make it so people come to Token Smart, they don't need to leave Token Smart to get the participation trophy, to get tracking that it's like, yes, I was here for Kane's interview with Trislet. It's like because there's on-chain tracking showing that you were here. It's like, so I'm working on some gamification around it where the more you participate, the more you come and do stuff, your point scores go up so you can level up, which give you Discord roles, but also give you gated access to some of these NFT drops. The idea is I want to pull people in so that they see Token Smart as the entry point. Once you're here, this is where you can come, ask questions. It's like, hey, is this a scam? Yeah, it is. Or no, that looks pretty good. Like, come here if you need security advice. Come here if you need to meet some of these artists. Like, we already have amazing shows on some like Spherical Art does this incredible artwork through every week. I want people to come here and see what he's doing. Jax does amazing jazz every Thursday night. I
Amazing.
want people to come here, see that, get their ticket saying, yeah, I watched this, and I want them to be able to show it off later. Like Easy does a fun variety show every Monday. You do Public School every Friday. I want people to be like, man, if I want to get to Kane's got a cool community of people that follow him. Like, I want to get my product in front of them because I think they like it. It's like I'm ready for Kane to grill the fuck out of me so I can prove that I know what I'm talking about. Like, I want
This is
that.
where I learned.
Yeah.
I learned listening to Connie and Mai. Shouts to Connie and Mai, and of course Mighty, for Bullish and Bearish. And I didn't know what they were even talking about at first because I didn't know shit about crypto. So it was just like after the cipher, one day I just didn't leave right away. and it was like, or one of those days when we were going late, and it was like, all right, guys, come on, we got to wrap this up. We got, you know what it was like? It was like we were breakdancing in the church, and we had to clear out because there's intramural tennis coming in right after, and I'm like, well, I'm doing the worm. Some old guy sitting there warming up with the fucking tennis racket, and I'm like, fuck's he doing? Oh, they do tennis after. Really? I'm gonna stay hang out for that. And it was fucking competitive. And I watched them argue, and through hearing the back and forth, that's how I figured out what I think. Because if I don't know anything, and you are arguing with Dragonade about something, and I don't know the topic, well, if I understand what you're saying, I understand what he's saying. By the end of your argument, I'm gonna make up my mind. Now I think a thing about that you were just talking about. So if someone brings it up, I go, hey, it's funny you should mention. I have an opinion on this. I think that you should fucking put the nuclear waste in the ocean because fuck those fish. And you know what? Frankly, I would never poison a fish. The duck is an awful creature. Not the dick sucking ducks that you guys are friends with. The other ducks. The ducks that are real ones. The real incarnate ducks.
What other kinds of ducks are there? Right?
They bite children. No, those are bad ducks.
Yeah.
Ducks are dickheads. And swans are racist ducks. Because a swan bit me, and you can't tell me it wasn't racially motivated. I was a fucking cherub. He saw me and made a snap judgment about my people and did not want my bread and bit me on the calf. And since then, it's been a nonstop war against ducks. If I see a duck, I'll hit it with my car because it's of the synagogue of Satan, and I will not be its friend. The time for me to befriend the foul, yeah, the dicks.
Geese are the fucking devil, dude. Yeah,
Fuck you, geese.
I've definitely been in groups where they start like you're just chilling, and then all of a sudden they just come out and they're like, "Yeah, that's my bench now," and then they just decide the day is the day that you're going down. Yeah,
that's
that
destiny.
before.
And by the way, speaking of ducks, only ducks that are appropriate ducks, and I have to shout out to my friend here. The only ducks that are appropriate ducks are the color coordinated ducks in Skrilla's pond. So Skrilla, who's a man of great wealth, has his own pond at his home. His pond has ducks that show up to color coordinate themselves to the race of his guests. So whenever I stop by and he doesn't know I'm stopping by, like, hey, what's up, man? Just white ducks. There's white ducks in the pond, floating, doing their duck business. One time, I went over there to work on Grand Rising. So you knew I was coming. I brought him cookies. It was a fun friend afternoon. When you're growing up, it's almost like you're the kid, but you can pack for the kids because you're a grown up, but you're having fun with your friends. So I brought cookies like they were from my mom, but they were really from me. Because there's a gas station called Gate. They have amazing cookies in Florida. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I brought him some fucking cookies. He didn't want any, and he smashed two because I picked good cookie. Anyway, we go out back to smoke a cigarette, and there was a black duck. I said, hey, never seen that. He's like, yeah. I'd never seen a duck before. I said, do you have racially coordinated ducks to show up for your house guests? And of course, being a very modest man who does not want to braggadociously display his wealth, he said he didn't. But we all know he did. And I walked past about 19 hot tubs to get back to his pond. So this is a man with at least a mild plethora of hot tubs. So plethora of hot tub, racially coordinated ducks for your duck pond is the new minimum status level of wealth that I hope to attain due to my crypto adventures.
Man, what do you think? What do you think Skrilla would charge us if we wanted to go over there for Rizzlefest? We should get Rizzle to chat with him.
I'll tell you, it probably won't be as much as you think. The issue that I have is that he offered to let me use his hot tub whenever I want as soon as he gets out of it. That was the offer he made. He said I can soak in his people soup. Not his words, but that certainly was his offer. He said, hey, man, you want to come over and use my hot tub? You're free to use it whenever I'm done. And I said, did you just offer me your freshly used fucking hot tub, bros? You just offer me? He's like, haha, nah, man. But he did. And I took great offense. I took great umbrage with that. And anyway, he's a wonderful guy.
It's his hot tub. He's not going in after you, right?
Yeah, and that's I had to wrap my mind around that, though. I didn't want to understand that. I didn't want to. We know what it is. I come from a real hospitality culture where we would give you first dibs of the tub. However, there's like 2 hot tubs in the entire country of Guyana. So, you know, we're not a tubby people. We don't have tons of tub. We swim in the Essequibo River. Real wild men of Borneo. What do you have planned? Token Smart. What's coming next?
So I'm gonna this app. We're just about the point where I've gonna where you can go in there, you can connect to it, you can create a wallet, you can create a profile, you can attend events, you can see what's happening, and you can basically I can create different NFTs that will give access to gated pages off it. So that's the MVP I'm planning on doing, and where I really want to go live with this New Year's Eve. I want to do a New Year's Eve event for Token Smart. We do every year anyway, but last year I got way too carried away. I was like, I'm gonna have a 12-hour long New Year's Eve event, which was cool, but man, 12-hour long Discord event was a lot more rough than I thought it was gonna be. You know, keeping shit going. This time I think it's like a legitimate couple-hour party, but I want to have a metaverse type thing where we jump metaverses just like you do at the whip and things. And I want to use my app as the catalyst that drives that party. And that's going to be like my coming out where people get to see the Token Smart app. It's no longer Token Smart. It's like you can go to the Token Smart community hub, see what's going on and everything. That's my V1 that I think will help get the idea across to how I want people to come here, explore, see what's up, see how to get there and participate. Once I got that working, people see it in action. I think we can start ideating on it and like expand on it and do specific things. Like,
Well, I'll tell you something. I just I just read a crazy quote in Telegram which said, "My dick has taken me places I wouldn't go with a gun." Let that marinate. Sorry, I just had to put that into the ether. The second thing is, any party that Token Smart's having, I will voluntarily host because it's Token Smart, and you don't just find people every day that are just unfazed by the shit I say. I want you all to take due notice of the fact that I've said some pretty wild shit thus far. He hasn't moved his face. So the first time I talked to you, to Trizlet on the video, we video chatted,
yeah.
and I looked at you and I was like, "Oh, this is definitely AI. Yeah, 100%. This is not a real person. This is definitely AI." And I knew that the real Trizlet was using AI in order to make me feel more comfortable. And I was like, "Hey, man, you ain't got to do that." And then the real Trizlet revealed himself. It was great. Something a lot more Nigerian than a lot of you guys think. Yeah, shouts to Lagos. Token Smart. New Year's party is happening in Lagos on the Delta, the Niger Delta. Killing it. But I would love the app to be. I would love an app to where I can easily reward my tokens. What do we fucking call it? The people who show up? Smarties? Token Smarties always sounded like we were diddlers. I never liked that one. Token Smart, because it sounds predatory and childlike. It isn't, hey, little Smarties. You know what I'm saying? That's a van. That's the guy who drops a van. We don't have vans here. So the little tokenoids, just we'll figure out a Bayhive way of.
Damn, that's a good idea, man. I remember coming up with that term because I was sitting there with Sandy Meows. Actually, we were in Jimmy's house when we were trying to find the stuff, and I was talking to Sandy, and she's like, "I need to figure out a way to discipline people when they're really acting out of turns." And I'm like, "We'll give them some sort of jail thing, like make it so they can't talk to people." And then we came up with this token farty idea. It's like, we're gonna put them in the token farty room. It's like, nah, now to get out. We're like, well, as long as you're doing that, let's also have token smarties for the good kids, right? Like now we can give out candies for the token smarties, and token farties are the ones that get put in the timeout.
On behalf of and listen again, I'm not gonna correct you, sir, because again, I respectfully for Trizlet. I'll say is I'll speak for the program and say that no one at this fine organization is in favor of that happening to any children. No one deserves that. So we're not smarting anybody. No one deserves to get token smartied. And if you've been smartied Kane Mayfield wants you to know that it's not your fault. That's not your fault. It's just a complicated world, and some adults are weird. They're bad hombres. But here at Token Smart, we'll make sure no one gets smartied ever again. And that was the previous regime. We're putting all that behind us. We turn a new leaf. Never again will a child be smartied in these hallowed halls. I don't know what the Penn State nigga said, but yeah, we're gonna double down on some of that shit and just sprinkle that over here. We ain't smarty and nobody, and you know we got Uncle Joe to fuck about the paint because he was teaching you how to hike a ball all wrong. Forget everything you learned. Shake your etch sketch.
You thinking
Oh,
we
I
need
love
some
this show.
branding, huh? You thinking we need some branding help, huh? That's all right.
Yeah,
We
now,
got our
now
PR
we
guy.
do.
That's all right.
Now that you're in here fucking doing red table confessions, talking about all the fucking smartying that happened before I, for the record, before I got here, people may or may not have been smartied. I was never around for the smartying. That had come to a swift halt long before I got here. I never saw it, nor do I acknowledge that it happened. In fact, until I see video of you getting smartied, maybe you're just making up a sexy story to get yourself some fucking coverage and maybe try to shake us down for some insurance money. Well, guess what? We don't have fucking insurance. This is Token Smart, bitch. We don't even fucking, we don't even have a craft services table. So suck our fucking ducks. God, I love this show.
You got that recorded, right,
my
Dragon Nate?
idea.
Because that's your quote right there. You got that, right?
I walk into it every time. What happens? I get comfortable and then I start saying the words. Fuck. How do you type it all cat? How do you get your letters that big? You know, you break the rules of the chat. That's ridiculous. But I love this. So as I was saying, and I think that just was a testament to it. You don't just stumble across people who are immune to the shit that I say and celebrate it, might I add. So that makes me very happy. And I want to see things go good. Also, every time I do a new thing, I feel good coming back and saying it. So, like, maybe there should be a place for innovations and ideas and a suggestion box. And even, like, if it's not a metaverse, it's something. Because I've been asked many times to have, like, some sort of a video of onboarding. And while I won't, I won't actually go start a fucking metaverse class, I would love to leave like, hey, here's the walkthroughs. I'll leave walkthroughs in Token Smart. I'll do anything. Like, Token Smart is the place where my answer is just yes. So if it's onboarding, if it's help, whatever it is, I think there should be stuff that happens here because people helping people was kind of like the way that I was shown from here.
Yeah. Man, that's a good, that's a good call out. Like you were saying, a lot of people, they come, they're interested. They want to figure it out. Like I'm seeing all this shit. Like I want to know what's happening here. Like I want to be part of this. And a lot of people like come and they hit a wall. Like either they don't push past it or they just don't find the right people, right? And they're like, no, fuck this. This isn't for me.
Come
And they
on,
leave.
man. You hear what you just now
Right?
said? We're not fucking
Well-
smarting people, bro. We're not coming and hitting people's walls and pushing past nothing. We are a consent-based organization, sir.
Oh, okay.
are gonna-
We got to
listen,
collect
we're not-
consent before we teach these people anything more.
We already have someone in the chat trying to dread harvest half of us. So, show up
That's
if you'd
true.
like information, and we will provide you with it. But we're not gonna push past your walls while we come, and we're not doing none of that thing he just said. I promise. I guarantee it. That's a Men's Warehouse guarantee. You're gonna like the way you look, and
Yeah.
it'll come with Papa John's. By the way, can we get some Papa John's? I think that a craft services table, a cyber one, we can innovate that here. Where every Friday, you just order some Papa John's and send it to my house. Right? You don't have to get any for you if you don't want any, but you send it to my house, and then I can enjoy Papa John's pizza in front of the folk. Now hold on, there's a way to monetize coming in here. And we reach out preemptively through our Papa John's liaison Skrilla, who will tell us about who's who over at the PJs, right? For us to DM with the emails, let them know that we're bigging them up on the cyber web tip. Then maybe that pizza's 50% off. Boom, just saved you some revenue. What do you think?
Damn. Yeah. There you go.
He ain't gonna do it. No, I've seen that face before.
Dude,
I've
I could
seen-
just call them up and be like, yeah, it's like, hey, I'm gonna send some pizza. Like, just you wait. You're gonna get 100 Papa John pizzas to the door tomorrow. That'll be great.
My math ain't mathing. Ordering Papa John's right now. That's right. There we go. Don't thank me. Don't blame me. You thank Skrilla and thank him on Twitter and please wish him a happy birthday. Because again, one more year. That's right. Man, I love wishing Skrilla a happy birthday. Don't get to do it enough, frankly.
I know. The guy gets a birthday every couple weeks, right? Perfect.
Well, I'll tell you something. Speaking of Skrilla, rares, fakes, I'm actually I sent it to you, and I hope you liked it. And judging by the feedback, it sounds like you did. I'm starting out on a venture. In about 2 weeks, I'm launching a Bitcoin infused album, and I've been working on that since before I had a show. That was my idea to make a Bitcoin infused album, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And then once I could, work with other people, shit takes a while. And I finally got it done. It'll be out in a couple of weeks. And with the launch of that, I'm starting a music collective on Counterparty called Bitcoin Audio. We're gonna get a green banner, do it up nice like fake Rare Pepe, and have it really be a no, we don't take nothing from you collective where people can make music in the free Counterparty fashion, put it out for sale to the community, and whatever the people buy, you keep. That's yours. We don't take. There's no platform fees, no nothing. You want to do it ordinal, how you store your metadata is your business, but you can link that to a token, smart token, and everything's good. So I'm going to start that up, make it in such a way that it can go on even without me.
You see, that would be wicked. Like, I was talking about having like a web app thing that has everything, so if you're doing a show specifically talking about your label, it'd be cool as hell to have a way to like tie it into a web app. Say like, oh yeah, I got a tokensmart.co. All the instructions you need are there. Like, instead of you having to explain it to everybody, because it's like over and over, like everything's here, go hit the big button, you're there. Like, that's what I want to see.
More. I would love to never explain things ever again. I would love to never have to explain anything ever again. That would be great. So, as far as the space goes, it's interesting when you talk to. I say dinosaurs lovingly because I look at crypto and I don't like moving away from the term Web3 because I think it got worse treatment than the word metaverse. Web3 got attached to the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my life, and frankly is abused by some of the more just detestable people. So whenever people, the word sucks now. I hate saying it. So I'm just going back to saying crypto because I feel like people say Web3 as to not say crypto because they feel like crypto's bad. And I feel like if someone thinks crypto's bad, me pretending that I'm something else isn't going to help. I fold boxes. I'm not a cardboard crease coordinator. I fold fucking boxes. I make crypto art, crypto music. I'm comfortable with that. As someone who's been in crypto for as long as you have, you've seen it change, not just the kind of people who are here in mass, but the principles. Would you mind speaking a little to that? Because that kind of was that title, but I know that principles are different for everybody because people have different values. But there are certain things that are inherent to here that everyone seemed to agree upon once upon a time, and you don't see that anymore. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, it's so everybody's quick to just blame money. That's not necessarily the only thing. Like, I feel like I remember getting early in. So as I said, I'm a computer nerd. Like, I've spent my whole career as a computer security operator and sysadmin. I did it for decades before. So I was mining Ethereum just because I was like, I had an extra computer and I was just like, I need something to do with this. So it's like, it was neat because I'm a techie guy, but there was nothing to do with it in like 2015, 2016. It was cool. It did contracts and stuff. But yeah, it was this whole like at that point. I mean, Bitcoin was they started earlier because the recession, the real estate boom had come. Like, everybody's like, fuck this thing, like fuck the government, fuck the US dollar. Like, we need something better. We need something that can't be controlled. Like, that's what started it. And then there's this whole cypherpunk sort of ethos where it's like we're all working together on the bigger picture, right? It's like, yeah, there's some money involved, but you, me, like this bigger picture thing, we're paving the way for something bigger to come along and help everybody, not just us, right? So there's less intention on the money thing. But I feel like a really good point in the Ethereum one was during the DAO hack. If you like, I don't know how much you know about the history of it. Like, the first DAO launched in 2016, and it was like all on chain. So you had to know how to get to the chain to buy into the DAO. And so everybody started sending Ethereum to it, and they got a shit ton of money. and somebody figured out how to hack it, and they drained like
Shit.
$16 million from it. This was in 2016.
Jesus.
So it was, everybody was like, "Oh my god, what do we do?" So what happened was everybody got all up in arms, and they decided to split the chain and basically have a new chain that rolled everything back to before the hack, so that all that money that got stolen was no longer stolen because it got rolled back to before it was stolen, and that chain became Ethereum. So, it's like, so there was this whole like thing where that money got basically taken back out of the robbers' wallets and like funneled in. So what happened is half the validators kept going to they went to the new Ethereum chain. The other half kept doing the same thing they'd done, and they relabeled themselves to Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is that chain with all the funds stolen. So the hackers all got the money and they ran off, lived happily ever after. And that's the
Shit.
chain that didn't allow things to roll back. So a lot of the original, cypherpunk hacker guys who were like, fuck the man, sort of thing. A lot of them, I remember for years afterwards, all the talk was like, Ethereum Classic is Ethereum. Like Ethereum, this other thing is what the market's liking. So once that happened, I feel like it was very obvious. The market saw Ethereum as the big one, so that's where all the money went. So that's what we're playing with now. But that, like, a lot of the core group of people who, like, you're talking about this ethos things from the early people, I feel like they got really angry at that. That it's like, well, like that's why everybody's like, oh, it's all a scam coin. Like Ethereum they can just roll it back. I'm like, it's gotten big enough that you probably can't now. But the fact that it happened once is enough to basically shut off half the people who really feel strongly about this stuff. So
Well, if you asked me 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago and said, Kane, what do you think of that? It's funny how my opinions changed. Like I would have said, yeah, man, you shouldn't. People got robbed. Someone should do something about it. As of today, I'm going to read you I'm a moderator a couple places. And one of those places, they're fervently fucking link clicking and then DMing me after they get got. It's something I do for free. I don't get paid to do it. So the guy said, some people are having wallets drained. Is there anything we can do to avoid that? And I said, yes, there is. Stop clicking links and raw dogging your wallet onto strange websites. I'll delete what I can when I see it, but I'm not Batman. There's never a ever vigilant eye in the sky to protect you from yourself. If you truly think that your thing is gold, don't gamble it on mythical birthday gifts from cyber strangers. Test, look again, experiment with the map. You don't mind losing in the wallet. You set up for just such purpose. But if greed's gonna get you, here's as good a place as any. 99% of everything that happens is a rule of 3. Being careless, being greedy, or being horny. I can't help you with the last one. So if you're plumping up like a ballpark Frank or so, I can't do nothing about that. It's not easy to be ever vigilant or ignore good alpha. When it happens, people jump into shit, they get fornicated upon, and they think it's a swell idea to DM me as though I'm some sort of a Jesus figure who can make the fish reappear in your basket. Nothing doing. I'll delete what I can sometimes, but everyone should definitely be responsible for themselves. And that's the closest that I've come at this point to the old way, which, hey man, freedom is ugly. And something Low Sleazy says all the time, which is, freedom is ugly. Freedom is the ability for people to do shit you don't agree with.
yeah.
And I'll talk that hot shit, and I like Ethereum. When Solana did it, I ain't like that. When Solana grabbed that whale, hey man, I live in the village too. I wake up and put my pants on one leg at a time too. I did not cause the locusts to eat your crops. I'm not responsible for the famine because I'm not Captain Planet nor an X-Man. So y'all just holding me down while they rip through my fucking garage and take all my barrels of corn and take all my fish and say we're gonna distribute this so everyone can eat. Yo, fuck you.
Yeah.
How the fuck is this cool? You can't. You know what it's like? It's like in the Bible when he was like, "Take my daughters, please don't rape angels." Where the fuck do you live that they rape angels? What the fuck kind of blockchain takes a fucking person with crypto and takes it from them? Fuck the government. That's crazy. So rolling it back, and I've been around enough Bitcoin people to understand the I guess to say the danger in even the ability to do that.
Well,
And ugh,
there was, I know, because there was, I forgot what the actual story was, but I mean, early on with Bitcoin, there was something happened. They had to roll out a fix for something that is like some exploit. I forgot what the thing was, but I remember like that was before I was really into it hard. But there was the same argument where it's like, what the fuck? You can't do that. Like you're changing fundamental underlying pinnings of this infrastructure. Like I don't know. You're right. Like I remember when that happened because I got into the DAO. I'd put some money in. Like I had been mining, so I had 3 or 4 ETH at the time. I was like, oh man, shit, I'll do this. I threw it in and stuff, and I lost it all. And then I remember afterwards, I was like, well, that sucks. I lost my money. I'm like, but I wasn't really that much out because I wasn't like that big. But I was still like, what the fuck? Like I just lost my money, But so, but still, I'm like, still, that was my damn fault. I fucking put my money into the thing. So I was like an Ethereum Classic, like Maxi, for a long time after that, because I was like, nope, I'm sticking with this. I'm sticking with the ethos. And then before long, like the whole market decided Ethereum Classic was the redhead stepchild, and all the money got drained out of it, and there was nobody there anymore. So I'm like, okay, if I want to participate in this, I'm gonna have to, I guess, swallow that pride a little bit and go with the market. Like if you want to participate, like that, it sucks having to come to that realization, because at that point in 2017, I was getting into Decentraland and some of the early metaverse things and NFT plays. I was doing Crypto Kitties. Like, CryptoPunks had come out a couple months before, so now there's stuff to do. Before that, you were just mining, right? You were just mining and like hopefully paying for stuff with it. Like that was it. Now all of a sudden there was stuff to do. So I'm like, well, I want to play over there. So I had to take that jump whether I liked it or not. But
well, as a you're like I'm a nerd. I'm a computer guy. Sure, quantifying something is second nature to you. How many egos to Trump and ethos?
I don't know, man. That's a
That's a
hard
hard
one.
one.
Answer is yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. That's fucking yeah. That's hey, fuck Decentraland right there in the chat. By the way, I love that on Twitter I can go look at the tweet and it's like it shows like a live almost thingy happening.
Yeah.
It's super dope. Decentraland stole the Metaverse Music Festival, which, that's not cool. And
Yeah.
you would think something like that couldn't happen. Like really couldn't happen. Like, how do you steal a whole festival? Name it all. Knowledge of it and all. And just move on. But they did. And the most unfortunate part for me is that no one seems to care. The people affected cares.
Yeah,
I want to make a point. Do you see? And there's an old parable, adage, whatever the fuck, that I see play out every day. When they came for the Jews, I didn't care because I'm not a Jew. When they came for the communists, I'm not a communist. Blah blah blah. Came for the Catholics. When they came for me, was no one left. I see that play out on the daily. Why do you think that is?
Well, I feel like there's two sides to it. Like so one thing blockchain has done for a lot of the maxis that are part of our thing, they feel this like armor that it's like it's on the chain. Like fuck you. This is how it happened. It's on the chain. And I'm like, technically you're right. I know that's always the best kind of right? But I'm like 90% of us don't know what that means. So it's like, okay, yeah, it did happen on the chain 5 years ago. So somebody who knows the tech side can dig into the logs from 5 years ago and see it happened. Congratulations. I'm like, unless you got somebody who's going to do that legwork, it didn't happen, right? It may be logged somewhere. It's like everything else is logged in the archive somewhere. If you're not willing to go do the homework to dig it out, it didn't happen. And that's frustrating because I'm seeing everybody like just move on. Like, so this is where you starting to see some of these OGs that like people are like, oh, it's the old man yelling to get off my grass, right? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes it's that, but sometimes some of these guys have a legitimate point, and you just don't want to hear their technical analysis to show why they're right because it's boring. Like,
you shouldn't be on my fucking grass.
Yeah.
How much? Listen, as a fucking grown up, bro, do you know how expensive it is to maintain a nice lawn? Yes, get off my grass. Fuck you. okay, boomer. Fuck you, you non-contributor. My grass green as shit. You know how much that shit, the motherfucker comes every 2 weeks. You think he doesn't want his money? He does. And I have to pay him extra to do the shrub work and not leave clippings everywhere. Bro, you gotta pay for quality fucking landscaping services. Shit is not, I'm not gonna be out there myself. It's hot. And there's all types of chupacabra and shit to eat your penis or bite your feet, whatever. I don't want to lose either. So there's some sort of a bandicoot will jump from a bush and bite your dickhead off and then spit it on your feet, then eat your feet. Now what do you be doing? Bleeding from the dick with no feet, as you have to beg the neighbor to call you a name, and he won't. He won't. Shut his door in your face. He'll say, remember that? You didn't want to take your Christmas lights down. Badoosh, suck a duck. All right, now you're out there having to suck some duck while you bleed from your dick, and none of that's positive.
Yep.
I'm on a tangent. I don't care. We're on Twitter. We're live.
Yeah, that's right. You know, some of this, I mean, it's actually a really good like call out because it goes back to a lot of this like to like the music festival stuff. I'm like, technically, you know, a lot of the like, because yeah, I obviously being in Token Smart, dealing with my community, talking to my friends, and working with everybody here. A lot of the people here were the ones affected most by that. So it's like they're the ones who are going to call it out and they're going to say something about it. But it didn't seem to get picked up by the masses that was happening. So everybody just sort of like, you know, the influencer sides, like that's where I'm starting to see, by moving away from some of that ethos, all of a sudden big money has a much stronger voice than you or I do, because they're the ones who come in and they start just like, oh, don't worry about it. Or like, oh yeah, sorry about that, but don't worry about it. And then it's like, you know, a month later, everybody just forgot it happened because they've either contrived something else to make you not pay attention to it, whatever's happening. But you're right. Like I remember I was here when that was happening, and it was shitty. A lot of people put a lot of work into it. Like I talk to Binks all the time. Like a lot of her hard work that she had put into like put stuff together, like tossed out the window, and it wasn't through no fault of her own. You know, it's like, right? But it's like, and then so we're all like, well, it's blockchain, so you know, it's all inscribed in the blockchain. Don't worry, everybody knows you're right because we can prove it with the blockchain. I'm like, okay, then somebody needs to do the legwork to dig it up and then put it out there for people in a way that they understand. Right?
There's a quote from a movie. I think it was Belly. I'm not sure. Belly had a lot of terrible quotes in it also, but some people are just really used to the bad in life. And I had this conversation earlier tonight with a friend of mine, which is I'm explaining the benefits of the blockchain and crypto for musicians. And he's back in Baltimore, and a friend of mine. And he's not listening. And he's like, yeah, but you see, and I was like, stop doing that. You're used to giving up because there's nothing you can do about it. There's a crack in your ceiling. We're from a certain part of town. There's a crack in the ceiling. When it rains, you put the pot. Water drips down. You ain't got the money to fix it. You still got to go to work to keep the lights and the rent and the food and your phone and necessity. There's just not enough extra money to fit. So you just fucking deal. You're not going to the crack in the ceiling. Ain't enough time in the day. You're going to just get used to it. And these proverbial cracks in our ceiling, we're used to them. And there's nothing we can do about them, so we're used to the bad in life. The purpose for me, I can't speak for other people. Maybe I was, and I've been saying this a lot lately, maybe I was onboarded stupid. I probably was. I was onboarded by Skrilla and y'all. Which makes me crazy, which makes me not willing to accept the bad in life. I feel that I can change it because I look, and those are two places where it doesn't fucking live. So when they say that you have to take it, I say, no, you don't. When they say you have to pay a platform fee, no, you don't. They do it over there. You have to, Kane, there's too many people. You have to charge for onboarding. No, you don't. Token Smart don't charge for it. Token Smart onboarded me and a fuck ton of other people for nothing. They did it for nothing. They didn't ask for anything in return. And I got so many fucking tips just for showing. One day I looked at them. I had $700 in my Discord wallet one day. $700 in ETH. Yeah, but ETH shot up. A bunch of other shit happened too. $700 fucking dollars, bro. That's rent in Baltimore. In ETH. In my wallet in Discord. And the point of that is no one asked me for anything, and I don't have to accept the bad in life. There are people who compromise a lot for money, and with them I will not build. There are people who turn a blind eye to fuck shit, and to them I say you are neither hot nor cold. I can't rock with you. I'll fuck with a thief before I fuck with an eye turner. You do this and just pretend you don't see shit. A thief steals. A thief who's converted can be taught to steal other things. They can be taught to steal for the community instead of from the community. A thief is useful. But nothing in the middle of the road but a yellow line and a dead skunk, and to them I have nothing. I have nothing to offer. And I feel like this space fragments itself and everyone breaks into shards of these subgroups, like Token Smart's over here. And me, Whip Meetup is, me, still Token Smart because I see the same people, and I'll be on the show to talk about my project, and you'll have no idea how much I'm looking forward to being at the Whip Meetup or even talking to Matt Rizzle, whatever I end up doing, because to me that's like getting to talk to you. This is a big deal for me, and like getting a green banner on Counterparty, it's a big deal to me, and I find the only thing lacking, and it's not a lack because it's my ego. I want y'all to be louder. I wish that you were a little bit less good and beat your chest and said, fuck you, this is Token Smart. I wish Counterparty people came outside more, because people talk crazy and I feel crazy teeing off by myself. 70 of them in a room, and I'm just like, you're fucking nuts. You can't fade Counterparty. And then Pork Chop's like, Kane, Counterparty doesn't need you to defend it. Got a project to move. Come on, Kane. And I'm like, but they're wrong. Or someone will say, hey man, because it's just the Wild West. You can do what you. Fuck you. I'm from Token Smart. It's the Wild West, but there's regulators that'll fucking ride you down on a horse. And maybe you might get smarty, nigga. Like, a lot of wild shit might happen to you. Trying to rustle cattle over here, you find yourself in the smarty basement, getting smartied on. Not by me. Never me. Because it happened way before I got here. And again, I want to just be clear. We no longer smarty people. It was a long time ago, and I'm just making a joke. We no longer are into the smartying you business. No one's going to smarty you. If you come around and have a question, you can ask a question. No one's going to do that to you. Ever.
It's funny. I always hear that all the time. This is the Wild West, man. No, the Wild West. Like,
oh, you're
funny things happen in the Wild West when you went and robbed a bank, right? Like,
sure did. There's no police.
Or the guys who are around caught you up down the road because you just stole their money, and now you didn't have the police there. Yeah,
I'll do you one better. Hey guys, listen. He's been arrested, and the law is gonna drive him. Shut the fuck up. Move. Let me get him. Open the door. Them boys seem to want you. I'm going for a cup of coffee. And motherfuckers is going to drag you out of there. And listen, the law can't save you when it comes to social credit. What you are is what the community thinks you are. Whether that's a hero or a villain. And it's important. And I think that as end of this whatever period in the crypto journey is, we're going to remember the people. By the way, you don't hear about Friendtech no more, do you?
Nope.
You don't hear about it no more.
I've still got my Friendtech thing. I know. I was like, I went on it the other day. I was like, I haven't been on Friendtech for like a week. I remember for like a week, I was like, as Rizzle was trying to figure it out, and I was like, I'll try to figure it out too. And it was like, that was kind of neat. I got some followers, talked a little bit, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm over it. Like, that was cool, I guess. Like,
no one's talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't hear about that. Where's the BitClop people?
I think they're all over playing Portal Coin right now, or the Turbo Blast stuff, right? They're all dumping their money into somebody's multisig.
The person who plays video games, I'm going to just say it up front. Non-video game people are not allowed to talk to me about video games. I haven't dipped in my nerd bag yet. I'm going to say it to you now preemptively. Video games and Stargate are two places where I'm going to get so fucking nerdy it's going to horrify you. And you do not want to argue Stargate with me, nor do you want to argue video games. Fuckers don't play video games. You don't have joy in your life. You're only dookie dashing for money. You're like a hooker who hates dick. So Don't tell me that you're getting down on it in your free time. I don't fucking believe you. You're here for the ching cheddar fettuccine Doberman Dochies, and I don't think that you're a video game person. Nor will I listen to your fucking weird crypto lectures about the future of the space. Suck a fat duck, and quack quack. By the way, that's a new thing now. I'm appropriating the suck ducks. If you like, and I know they're your friends.
I'm gonna get Frankie Nines in here. It'll be awesome. He'll love
If
it.
you would like to get the suck ducks in there, I will gladly speak to them about the inappropriateness of their name, first of all, and the fact that they're making childish stickers for the wall as though a child should be sucking some duck. And I'm telling you right now, you'd be smartying. So if that's your friend, it makes fucking sense. The suck ducks and the smarties be joining forces for the access of evil. And I won't, as Rockefeller, I won't have it. If I have to crack this case myself like CoffeeZilla, I swear to God I will, Trizlet. I will. So we've started a few new trends tonight. Trizlet, and by the way, this is a new thing. Not always Trizlet. Two, we're not sucking no ducks. And three, we have never smartied on this program or any other program on Token Smart's fine platform, though some scurrilous rumors have been spread. Never substantiated. Never. I want to repeat. Now I'm looking at the camera. Never substantiated that anyone got smartied of any age. There's been nothing but crypto education going on, and no one got their ducks up. And I'm going to stand by that until any other proof comes out. Any other allegation is simply scurrilous, and frankly, be happy we don't get our lawyer involved. So, stop that with your duck. Yeah, this has been fucking, man, I love this. I haven't.
Yeah. We should follow up with, like, if anybody from the SEC is listening, like, I don't know any of these people, and I don't know how I ended up here. Like, I must have clicked on a wrong link, just in case, right? Well, I got to throw that out. Like,
no. Well, if you're watching on Twitter, which apparently, let's see, there's a couple people watching on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, this is all happening live in a Discord where you are not able to post the wonderful gifts. By the way, if you are here in the place to be, please drop some gifts to stunt on all of the Twitter peoples who cannot post gifts because they are not in this Discord. They do not. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that gingerbread man. Yeah, smartying. Fucking ridiculous. We do not smarty on this guy. And Dr. Scratch and Sniff, we're all just having some fun here, but I don't want you to leave with the wrong idea. Trizlet, nor myself, or any other member of the Token Smart team have ever smartied. We're just having some fun, man, joking around. That's the kind of humor we have in this program. We've never, Gareth, I see you got the little kid out there. You're trying to tempt us as though we would be enticed by that. We're not enticed by that young man with his trousers down. We don't smarty. We've never smartied, and that is again a scurrilous rumor made up by another Discord server, I imagine, probably NFTS or some other organization that is, trying to bring us down and shame our name. But you can't put shame in our name when our game is tight.
Oh,
Like the children, we don't smarty. Anyway, that's fucking great, man. I'm out here having a great time. This is a wonderful program. What did I make you? Did you? I've been really seeing how far I can go before you start cringing, and that's a good line. That's a good. No, you're totally right. You got a little rosiness. That's good. That's what.
I know that was good, man. See,
a few weeks off, and I'm back to my fighting weight, man. I'm limber.
It works. It just might take an hour or two, but I get there eventually.
Yeah, I'm good. It's a pressure game with you. It's not so much a one hit. I'm not gonna little mac you with the uppercut. I gotta just stay on you with the jab and eventually get guardrails down. It's fucking great. Bro, we've been doing this for so long that, I mean, it's my favoriteest thing to do. And that's why I say, like, it's not an easy thing to replace. It's not an easy thing to let go of. It's why when we first talked, you were like, yeah, it's the way I feel and I can't let it go. I'm like, shit, I get it. I should move everyone else in this space, not everyone, but like the vast majority of people who don't have foundation, they seem to move on. And it's like they're always click jumping to the next thing. So people who have a home seem weird in the myriad of homelesses. I have a home, so I can go home. When the space gets tough, or I get tired, or I get frayed up, or I feel this, I'm having a hard time keeping the shit to shoe level, I can always go home. And you guys are there, and I might talk about nothing. I may rant, I may yell, I may go off about something. We may have a good conversation about hip hop. But I have a place to go. And I think the reason so many people leave the space isn't because of a bear market or a dead cat or a bull or any kind of animal market. I think it's because they don't have anywhere, they don't have a home. And if more emphasis was put on having a home and less on pumping a bag, you'd see a lot less people taking their bags out of the community, a lot less people leaving altogether because they don't have anywhere to sit down.
Damn, you said that a lot better than I think I could have, because that's exactly like I feel like that's what I'm trying to get to. For me, it's a little bit of a struggle trying to get there, but yeah, like every time I have fucking trouble, like I have like, I mean, yeah, I've done it for 4 years now, and I've noticed every time like something weird is going on, or like I always end up coming back to Token Smart to see what's happening in the main chat. If even if nothing, I always come in and I check it here, and I have for God 4 years now at this point, like, which is weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, everybody needs that. Like, yeah,
And well, one, thank you. And I say things good because it has to balance out all the other shit that I say.
shit.
Because, man, I say some crazy shit, bro. I say a lot of crazy things, especially here. Yo, people talk about the speakeasy like the speakeasy was me really, really off the hook. And I was always like, nah, I've said way worse shit on Token Smart. Like, way worse. Egregiously worse. On Twitter, there's almost like, someone said, I think Ebro said, or someone said GIFs are emojis 2.0. So with the GIFs, there's like a lag and like I can just keep it where people are still agreeing with me. And I don't have to keep scrolling to where they're not agreeing with me. But yeah, man, on Twitter, it's like, oh, when you start seeing the, oh, that's when you're like, oh, maybe I went too far. There's none of that here. There's just, yeah. Go ahead. I've said some wild shit. So I got to say things good to balance it out. But it also helps that I mean it. And I think that in the next interim, whatever is launched on this platform, one, I'm going to support it. Two, I'll help. And three, it's not a job, but it's my job. The easiest way to avoid responsibilities is to say I have responsibilities. I count this in with my responsibilities. And that's why I haven't stopped doing it. I'll take breaks, but I haven't stopped doing it. Workshop the dicks on the dick wipers is disgusting. And I'm so and Jagar posted them too. I'm so glad that no one was here. I don't think all you were here for the Smartian. Anyway, but I look at it like my job. It's my responsibility. This is one of the only things that's remained consistent. I used to be hardcore on Tezos, then Tezos, and then I was on ETH and the unlockable content. Now I'm starting a Bitcoin music collective, and that's gonna be super awesome. Or and with the thing, a little better over there because no one paints over your tags there. But the only two places that no one's painted over my tags here and there. So it's good to have a home. If it's your first time here, which the people in the chat, a lot of y'all I've seen before, I know it's not, but if you're watching this on the Twitter, maybe we should do the Twitter thing more often, but if it's your first time here, yeah, you should find yourself a home, and if you don't have one, I welcome you to this one. Unless you're weird and you're smarty and you can't stay. We don't support that type of shit around here. Is there anything else that you got going on that you think the people should know about?
I think we went over a lot of the Token Smart stuff. I mean, I'm still here. Like, I love talking to people and I love debating and trying to find new things. Like, I'm still working on Avastars. We're trying to button that up. Like, so I'm still in the middle of stuff all the time. So, like, if anybody's interested in talking project stuff or shooting the shit or trying to like bounce stuff off, like, my DMs are open. Not in Discord, they are on Twitter.
Yeah, you were talking with those guys the other day, and he was trying to. What did he say? He was like, he was building BitClout with extra steps. He's like, and then we could have celebrities, and they can come and they can claim their name. And I was like, I think somebody did this one already, Home Skillet.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's like that.
let me go.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. I was like, well, the stuff he was saying, I'm like, no, we can do that. Like, we can build some stuff like that. I'm
Hmm?
like, we've been doing it for years. Like, we run a weekly event. Like the Whip does it. Like, I know multiple other groups, like Matt and Rizzle, and there's some like, I if we can't, I know the people who can build it. I'm like, but that specific one, he was like, yeah, I know of these big name celebrities. I'm like, if you can get like Taylor Swift to come and use my avatar, yeah, I'll prioritize that. I don't think you can. Like if you
I mean,
can, that would be amazing. But I don't think we're gonna get 100 million people in Decentraland tomorrow.
see,
Like, because
that's what I'm
that's
talking
what
about.
they'll need to be able to handle, right? Like,
I need the person sitting in your chair to have more of that type of shit, less of this type of shit. All right. I want you prioritizing Taylor Swift, not popping a passy in the middle of a board meeting. All right, because that's not good. And I'm glad that we got to put to rest all the Smartian allegations tonight. But now we have to talk about the other stuff, but not passing during the fucking pitch meeting with the VCs. Because you can't just get bored and pop on the pinwheel hat and pop a passy in and be like, oh, waka waka, because that's not cool. We have to advance and some upward mobility or something.
it depends what you're trying to sell. I'll send Kane over to Shark Tank to do it in front of Mark Cuban, right? You think that'll sell your product?
Oh yeah, I sell anything. I'm fucking amazing.
You ever seen
Listen, just
Shark Tank?
let
The
me-
way they do it? Like,
Let me go
yeah.
out first. Let me go out with them the night before first. I'll have that shit all fucking tightened up by the time I got the pitch done. 'Cause, listen, man, I found from my days on Wall Street, in a whole lot, some alcohol, yayo, and hookers can't fix. I mean, that's just what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You try to get a rec center built, but the person at the local Mormon church is send him out for a night with old Doc Mayfield. We're gonna get him all fucking yayoed up. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, Christ Almighty. I'm like, yeah, brother. And then we're gonna get kicked out of the strip club because he's gonna be in there, wilding Jesuit style, with flailing his back, taking shots of fucking Fireball, right? The devil's elixir, doing all this, living on the wild side. And I'm gonna say, yeah, it was a crazy night. It's a shame, if the youth had to have nights like that all the time because there was no center for them to go to. If you dig my fucking drift, and he's like, oh shit, look at this. This man's making a lot of fucking sense. Green light, project approved, and now we don't have to do the Breaking 2 electric boogaloo dance on top of the bulldozer because they're going to tear down the community center. You don't have to do the worm in front of the big tire because just a little bit of liquor and some yayo and maybe a loose token smart expense account. We had a nice night. We saved some people. Making a difference is really what it's about. Making a difference, and you can't put a price tag on that. The credit card company will, but I won't, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, we'll figure out the credit card company after.
Someone's going to ask you at some point if this is scripted, and they're not going to believe your answer. Anyone
What
who
is
knows
my
us
answer?
will.
Was it scripted? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
wrote
yeah,
this
we had
down.
this all planned out. Perfect.
Please don't pop a pacifier in at business meetings. Fucking. Oh, shit. Yes. Dragonate. How are you doing, sir? You good? You all right?
Yes. I'm just annoyed because I ordered a package and it was delivered to the wrong address and the package was damaged and I got 2 out of 3 of the items I ordered, so I'm a little annoyed about that. But otherwise, yes.
I had one ball or something. What are you talking about?
I ordered I ordered fans.
That was heady. Come on, that was heady. That was heady. That was good. Yeah, think about that one. That was good. Guy had one testicle. Package was damaged. Doesn't like it. Send it back. Return it in.
What the frick?
Hey, you didn't catch it? Come on,
Walked
man.
into
You're
it. That was
smarter than-
good, man.
Well, he paid for it. He can do what he wants to it. Don't judge.
Yeah.
This is a judgment-free zone. You ordering packages 10 o'clock at night, man. Spend your money how
See-
you want, but just know that's not love. That's not love. That's not what love's about.
This
not
is
love.
why it's called public school. Like, we're all learning a lot right now.
Yeah, about
Right.
ourselves, about Dragonate.
Yeah.
Two things I have to say to you right now. One, thanks for making me laugh. Two, thanks for reminding me to be careful what the frick I say around you.
Ordering packages 10 o'clock at night. As long as you know that's not what love's about and you're just having some fun, I'm with it. But I need you to understand that's not a healthy
I ordered it
relationship.
last night, and it came tonight. Okay, if anything, it was
Well,
late.
that's bad customer service, and
I
I'm not
agree.
going to stand for that.
Absolutely
Just for the
terrible.
manager,
The fact that they went to the wrong address too. Like, my God.
that's a low rent. We ordered from the cheap place.
No.
So if
This was a high-end package, sir. I mean, it was
listen, I'm sure it was. I'm
cheap,
sure it
but
was
from
big. I'm saying like I've never done this before, so I can't all the way apply what I know to this situation. It's like I'm a basketball guy. You're playing hockey, but you know we're both in the arena, so I'll just see if some of it translates over. And I'll rip down the fourth wall for the sake of people listening. If you're ordering some dick and balls, right? You're ordering like a Papa John's pizza, and it's coming to your house, and they give you a malformed dick and balls a day late. That's bad. Listen, I don't order dicks and balls, so I don't know what the rules are. But in my world, that's bad customer service. At the very minimum, they should owe you a discount on the next order, or perhaps half off the dick and balls you did get. And you're saying it was quality. I'm not gonna. I have no way of gauging whether a dick's good or not. So for me, I'm gonna just take your word for it, Big Papa. However, I want you to be safe, and I want you to make it home safe. It sounds like you're already home.
I am home.
But I want to make sure you're being safe.
Don't you worry.
Wrap that lunch meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or to spoil.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, Daddy Kane, he's learning all these skills already. You get it.
Doesn't matter how you fornicate, as long as you understand that one, ordering some Franken beans to the front door is not love. Not love. Two, a professional courtesan, should be showing up to blow your butthole out promptly. You know what I mean? Like, what if I have a dinner guest? Like, you don't know what my evening's like. Coming in late, just unprofessional, man. I got a costume party. If you're trying to blow some steam, have some hot so solids, little tube steaks smothered in drawers, that's how you enjoy it. It's not their business to show up late. And if you're gonna show up late, you fucking call. Not directly. You call the burner phone or whatever I don't know. I don't know if you use a burner phone. I know from what I do, I use a burner phone. But if you're not using a burner phone for your discreet trysts, and then they're just a day later, like, hey, what's up? My name's Hank. Someone ordered some fat talking about. You can't show up a day with my mother-in-law. You don't know what's going on over here. So again, I hope this advice was helpful. I have no way of knowing how much of it actually translates to the world of some guy with a fat scrote showing up to your residence to do whatever you guys do, watching the game, pushing you to the store.
It's good advice for anybody in that situation. So yeah, we're all learning stuff. Public school.
Hey, Cleveland Steamers. And I missed
That was
this
a
show.
jump.
Listen, well, some people pay extra for that.
Yeah, some people.
So fucking man, I love this fucking show. Oh man, if you've tuned in for the first time, this is the first time you're here. That's the Trislet. Ronan says Trislet is the fucking man. Oh man, listen. Anyone who can do this for as long as you have, sit in this chair with the crazy shit that I say, you're worthy of, at the very minimum, follow on fucking Twitters. Please go follow Trislet on Twitter. It is not his birthday, but it is Skrilla's, so wish Skrilla a happy birthday. Give him a Papa John's gift. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of Public School. I have no gifts to give except the gifts of laughter that you've all gotten and some appropriate sexual advice if you're ordering a fat Hoggington and it comes with one ball missing.
Thank you very much, sir. It was
no, not you. No, we're not doing it. What's Dragon? It's not you and me. We're not doing that shit.
Right.
You were
the advice.
We settled that. Yeah,
right. The advice. The advice was. Thank you for the advice. Like, come on.
Ew. I mean, I don't want any of that because if right now there's a knock at the door, some dude in cowboy hat pops in that fucking door right there. I'm closing my goddamn computer because that means this company is not what I thought it was. Dragon ain't by himself with some lone indiscriminate shit. That's fine. Both of you. If next episode he sets you up and sends, because he'll DoorDash you one. He'll DoorDash one right over to you. And you get a big old kielbasa. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? It's Big Hank.
The meme game just went crazy in live chat, so that
shit, I'm terrified.
Oh man, Shit.
I'm terrified. I gotta look, but I don't want to look, but I gotta look. Shit.
God.
Hoggington. Oh shit. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh man, the show is great. What's better? Nothing's better than this. Somebody fingering a cutlet with some Earl in it and some juicy squirt roast, and the pig backing that dumpster up. You know, people snorting some rubbers and just having a real time, man. This is fantabulous. Somebody drinking
a serious
Cleveland's butt
party.
cheek water. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Living La Vida Loca. Welcome back, everybody. Public school. Listen, thank you all for showing up. I will be back next week, unless some tragic calamity befalls me, which it won't, because it never does, because I'm a goddamn rock star. But until then, I want you to stay safe. Double wrap that lunch meat. Why? And don't click no fucking links and take no wooden nickels. And stop paying douchebags for the information you can learn for free if you just had a house to go kick your damn shoes off and relax in this Web3 metaverse. Thank you for showing up. It's been awesome.
Awesome.
I didn't hear anything you said, Dragonade. It sounded like a Burger King announcer. What'd you say?
And don't order unsavory things to your door.
Yeah, and why? After we're going to talk about why you're not using a hotel. I can't imagine ordering what I order from my door, and that's not, guys with fucking one wheel on the bicycle showing up to put a hot pipe in on your starfish, which is
okay. There was
super
supposed to be
crazy.
3 in this package, and there was 2 instead of
Jesus,
3.
you're insatiable.
Okay? So come on.
Trying to get airtight. All right, there you go, Dragon. They spend that money wisely. You gotta listen. Some people want things. I want things. You want experiences. I think it's all about how you spend your money as long as you're happy. Which, I mean, logistically though, because okay, so logistically, yeah, you have the front to back. There's a third. So I mean, it's simple. Okay, you just drive, but that's a one hand. Now you have a free hand. That's stupid. So it's not that. I ruled that out. You can have them on deck. This one blows a tire. You pop them right in like a NASCAR race. To your finish line, not theirs. You're the customer. So there's that, right? And then or there's one just hit it on your tummy like a tom-tom drum, right? That's all.
Taking notes, everybody, right? You got them thinking.
You guys, what the fuck, bro? Why are you I gotta put my sunglasses on. This fucking show's over because hitting on your belly like a tom-tom drum needs to be in the quote machine, because that's fuck you. That's top tier. That's top tier material. Hitting on your belly like a tom-tom drum. Thank you for showing up to another episode of Public School. My bags are covered, so I feel more handsome. Trizlet, it's been amazing. Dragonade, you're a crazy, crazy son of a bitch. And everyone else who's here, the proud STEAM alumnus of Public School. Great to see you. Sorry for the delay. We're back. I'm building shit on Bitcoin. It's going to get crazy. I got a super duper professional backdrop, even though the rest of this room is chaos. Thank you for showing up and showing up. And until next week, class is dismissed.
What?
Throat clearance is crazy.
Good.